Welcome to the 51st Annual Boys Girls Club of Northern Rhode Island Holiday Classic on the campus of Cumberland High School. WOON Radio presents to you a holiday basketball tournament. I'm Kevin Callahan along with Pat Holland. Pat, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and great to see you.
Good to see you, Kevin.
We got the first game of the night, first of two. On game number one, we have Woonsocket Villanovas versus the Tolman Tigers. Later on, we will have the Cumberland Clippers hosting the Lincoln Lions. But let's get right into game one. Tolman 2-2. And their leading player, John Hilaire, the lone returning starter, averaging 19 points per game. Hasten Ortiz was the MVP of the Donaldson Lynch tournament held about a week and a half ago. He's averaging 14.7 points per game. Tolman, they're going to play a five-out type of offense. Lots of motion, lots of ball movement. They live and die on the outside. They play a perimeter-oriented attack on D. They like to match up man-to-man, pressure opponents to force turnovers. Pressure defense has led the Tigers' best offense in transition. It's a run and jump. He calls it a chaotic, organized chaos.
Yeah, they, 2-2 on the season. They really, they lost a tough one down at North Kingstown in overtime, 74-72. But, get four guys averaging double figures. So, looking to use this tournament to kind of springboard into the next portion of the season and come out of the 500 category, right? These are all league games now.
These are league games. You're going to be hearing that term a lot, I think, this weekend from us springboarding into the tournament. And as they play 0-4 Woonsocket. Woonsocket, the only D2 team in the tournament, is the other three teams are Division I. Woonsocket, they're led by Angel Hernandez on an all-senior team. He's averaging 13.8 points per game to go along with about 2 assists. Woonsocket, they're off to a tough 0-4 start. They've had some tough losses to Central Narragansett. They have been playing better lately, scoring more in their losses to Burrillville, Middletown. They've been averaging 57 points per game in those losses. Again, like most of the other teams in this tournament, they play a five-out motion, man-to-man, similar style. And Coach Dennis Harmon is trying to get the team to play together, not focus so much on their 0-4 record,
right,
but to use this tournament to kind of springboard their season.
Clean up some of the details. They're averaging about 28 turnovers a game, so if you start to minimize those turnovers, create a little bit more offense, good things will start to happen. So I think he's, again, Woonsocket trying to use this as a springboard to get into the winning side of the season for them. Again, D2. So this is a tough category, but again, these are all rivalry teams in this tournament, which again, the longest running holiday tournament or in the state.
51st annual holiday tournament. It started in 1973. We'd like to thank Brian. I'm going to say it right. Andrade. I'm not going to say it right. It looks like Andrade, but it's Andrade. And Jim Carey, who joined us for an interview that you'll hear in between games of this. But, Brian been with the tournament since 2018, and Jim played in the initial tournament back in 1973, has been a part of it as a co-director since since 2011,
right?
When he came back as a co-director. So deeply involved. Him and my former neighbor, Jim Cadden,
right,
started this tournament back in 1973, and a lot of pride in the fact that it's the longest running, and not just them. I've heard this on the outside. A lot of people said the best run tournament, and a tournament that you mentioned it, Pat. This is a huge rivalry tournament. Throw the records out. It's cliche, but it's true. 0-4, 1-3, 2-2. It means nothing when all these teams do get together. I think we are getting ready for the starting lineups.
Yeah.
So we're going to turn our chairs around so we can get to our starting lineups, which will be followed by the national anthem, and then we will be underway. So we expect a very hot, fast-paced offense for both teams.
PC models are.
Pat, every team, Cumberland's the only one that doesn't play a five-out offensive style relying on the three. Cumberland's very close. They play a four-out, one down low. All the teams like to do a half-court press at times. And half-court press and man-to-man, creating chaos and trying to create turnovers. And you hear the buzzer, and you know what that means. Means we're getting ready to play some
hoops.
Getting ready to play some hoops. So 51st annual. This is fantastic. As they're getting ready, Jackson Walsh is our PA announcer tonight. Jim LeClaire and Trevor Lee are our referees for Game 1. Joe LeClaire is the taller of the two. For Tolman, Cam McGuire. Nicholas Flurry.
Number 3,
John Hilaire.
Number 23,
J.C. Ruiz.
And number 13, Josiah Washington.
And number 13, Josiah Washington. As coached by Mike Neal. And now we'll get Woonsocket starters. And all numbers. Andrew Bissonette, number 0.
Number 1, Angel Hernandez.
Lady scorer Angel Hernandez wearing number 1. Douglas Goncalves, number 2.
Number 5, Zayden Delgado.
Zayden Delgado wearing number 5.
23, Dimitri Brin.
And number 23, Dimitri Brin.
Dennis Harmon, assisted by Thomas Gray.
Head
Don't
coach,
often see an all-senior
Please rise if able.
right,
roster.
An all-senior roster as we go to our national anthem. Okay, we are moments away from opening tip-off of the 51st Annual Holiday Classic. We're going to take our first commercial break, so when we come back, we will have the opening tip-off for you here on 99.5 FM.
The latest Buick and GMC models are available at Tasker Buick GMC in Woonsocket. Buick Encore, Envision, Enclave, and Envista are on the lot waiting for you to take one for a test drive. New GMC crossovers, SUVs, as well as trucks and vans are also available. Thinking of a pre-owned vehicle? Tasker Buick GMC has more than 900 in stock, many under $15,000. Visit online, TaskerBuickGMC.com, or stop into 55 Fortin Drive, Woonsocket. Tasker Buick GMC, you will be satisfied.
And welcome back, and we have the opening tip-off. Woonsocket in white, and we have a violation on the opening tip-off. We are not even a full second into the game. Tolman wearing their all red. Woonsocket wearing their all whites with some maroons. Controls the opening tip-off. Cam Aguiar goes over to Hasten Ortiz. Ortiz with the ball, get 5-out offense to Flurry. All the way back to Ortiz. Flurry with the first three-pointer attempt of the game. No good. Rebound, Tolman. Fast break for Tolman. They're going to try to score quickly in transition. Number 13, who I don't have a 13 on my roster. Do you? This was confirmed.
13 is Josiah Washington is what I have for Tolman.
Okay, Josiah Washington. Right away. Over to number 23, Dimitri Brin. Brin tries to drive inside. Here comes on a fast break, Hasten Ortiz going up for a quick layup and a soft jumper, and it's good. And we have our first score of the game, 2-0 in favor. I'm sorry, that was Douglas Goncalves for Woonsocket. I apologize on that. Tolman with the ball now. Woonsocket now leading 2-0. Get my new book all set here is what I'm trying to do. And there is a soft jumper by number 3, John Hilaire. No good. And a rebound for the Villanovans.
Andrew Bissonette with the rebound.
2-0 in the early going. We're in the opening minutes, and I think he stepped out of bounds.
No, travel.
Travel, okay. No fouls, yeah, so a travel on Andrew Bissonette. Woonsocket leading 2-0, 6:35 to go in the first quarter. Playing the 5-out offense, and there's J.C. Ruiz with there's a 3-point attempt, no good.
Offensive rebound by Josiah Washington.
And there's a shot by Flurry, no good. Rebound, Woonsocket. Ooh, and they throw it out of bounds. It's going to be Tolman ball. That's a bad turnover. No pressure on the defense. Just an unforced error there. Things running just a little bit too quick, I think, for the players. They need to settle down just a little bit here, Pat. Try to find their rhythm. Tolman driving in. Look at these numbers, right? John Hilaire going in for the shot. No good. And out of bounds on the play. They're going to reset the 35-second clock. 35-second clock, shot clock in high school basketball. We play 4 8-minute quarters. Tolman looking to inbound the ball underneath their own basket. Guarded heavily by Angel Hernandez doing the guarding. Pass out to number 1, Flurry. Flurry, and that foul going to be on number 1, Angel Hernandez, I believe.
I think they got Zayden Delgado on that.
You're right.
5?
Yep, number 5, Xavier Delgado. His first, team first in high school basketball. Now, new rule last year. 5 fouls per quarter automatically sends you to the line to shoot 2. First shot, no good. And there's no more 7 and 10, no more 1-and-1s and bonuses after that, after 10. 5 fouls per quarter sends you to the line for 2. 2 shots. Second shot is good. So Woonsocket leads 2-1 with 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Andrew Bissonette bringing the ball up. I'm sorry, Angel Hernandez bringing the ball up the court. Down low, beautiful pass to number 5, Zayden Delgado for 2. Woonsocket leads 4-1.
There's a great assist by Bissonette.
Yeah, good eyes on that. Tolman coming in 2-2. Woonsocket 0-4. And there's a drive to the hole by number 1, Nicholas Flurry. No good, but we do have a foul on the play. White 5. So for Zayden Delgado, that's his second. So we'll see if Woonsocket makes a substitution. Zayden Delgado has 2 and team 2, and sure enough, there is somebody checking in. First shot attempt is good for Flurry. And who's that checking in?
Number 12, Isaiah Girton.
Probably the tallest player on the court is Isaiah Girton. Second shot attempt now for Nicholas Flurry, currently 2 for 3 from the line. Second shot is good. 3 for 4 from the line. Woonsocket leading 4-3. Nicholas Flurry with all 3 points from the line. Woonsocket bringing the ball up the court. Looking for some penetration. Does a nice little move there. And a nice little floater for Douglas Goncalves. He's got 4. And Woonsocket leads 6-3. Fast break the other way. A long 3 attempt and no good. And that shot was taken. You have a number on that number 11. I do not have that.
On the shot?
Yes.
Number 1.
That was number 1. No, okay,
Nick
Nicholas
Flurry.
Flurry. Thank you. All right. Get my eyes adjusted to the screen and everything. Ball brought up by Douglas Goncalves as Woonsocket leads 6-3. Goncalves looking for help. Finds Angel Hernandez. Hernandez, a pick set for him. Pass down low, just gets away. Stolen by Flurry. Flurry bringing the ball up the court. Flurry guarded 1-on-1. There's a 3-point attempt from the top of the key. No good for J.C. Ruiz. Rebound Woonsocket. Transition the other way. The deep pass just a little bit too far intended for Isaiah Genton. No, incomplete pass. Tolman takes over underneath their own basket. 4:40 to go in the first quarter. Tolman trailing 6-3.
Woonsocket's going to slow it. Not Woonsocket. Tolman's going to slow it down here a little bit.
The fast pace wasn't working all that well. There's that Euro step jumper, and the basket is good for number 3, John Hilaire, the leading scorer for Tolman. Score is 6-5 now, Woonsocket. Plenty of time on the 35-second clock. Goncalves gets it back to Hernandez. Hernandez looking to do something with the ball, kicks it back to Goncalves. Over to number 12, the newest entry, Girton, and there is a travel, much to the chagrin of Isaiah Girton. Did not agree with that travel call. Very few players do agree when there's a travel call against them. 3:58 to go in the first quarter. 51st Annual Holiday Classic from the campus of Cumberland High School here on WOON. And a block shot, and a foul.
Yeah, called the foul. There's a great crossover dribble by Hilaire.
I think that was on Dimitri Brin. Is it number 23? Yes. Dimitri Brin, team third. 2 away from the bonus. And John Hilaire, leading scorer for Tolman, misses the first one. John Hilaire averaging 19 points a game. Entering Evian Fau, checking into the game for Woonsocket. Woonsocket looking to tie this game up on this free throw. John Hilaire with 2 points on the game, now has 3. And we have a tie game, 6-6. 3:47 to go in the first quarter. Game 1 of the holiday tournament. And Pat, you mentioned at the outset, Woonsocket's going to have to control their turnovers. And there's a 3 by Douglas Goncalves. He's got 7 points.
3 for 3 from the field.
He's got 7 of the 9 Woonsocket points. Tolman turnover. And a double dribble in the backcourt. That'll be a turnover for Woonsocket. Tolman with a break there, as it looked like they were driving in for an easy 2. Inbounding the ball will be Nicholas Fleury. Passing in to John Hilaire. Guarding Hilaire, Avion Fau. 9-6 in favor of Woonsocket. Woonsocket wearing the home whites. Down low, missed shot by Fleury. Woonsocket bringing the ball back the other end, and we have another travel.
It's their 5th turnover.
And that's the 4th foul, and we have a timeout on the floor. They'll take a timeout. We'll take a timeout with 3:07 left to go in the first quarter. The score is 9-6.
If it's finally time for a snowblower, then you need to head to DePault Hardware in Cumberland. Husqvarna has a snowblower promotion January 9th through February 9th. Purchase a Husqvarna ST100 or ST200 snowblower and receive a $100 rebate. Or purchase a Husqvarna ST300 snowblower and receive a $200 rebate. Exclusions apply. Visit DePault Hardware, 2000 Menden Road, Sciabra Plaza, Cumberland for more information and to see the in-stock Husqvarna snowblowers. DePaultHardware.com.
And welcome back as Woonsocket utilizes their first timeout. Each team does get 5 timeouts in a game, unlike college basketball where I think each team gets, 14? Not about 7, I think, 7 timeouts. But that's the first timeout for Woonsocket. 3:07 of the first quarter.
5 turnovers here in the first quarter for Woonsocket. Again, we mentioned this in the pregame. They're averaging about 28 turnovers a game, so
yes,
they're just under pace, but
yeah, that's not a pace that you want to equal, though. That's for sure. Tolman with the ball. They kick it over to Cam Aguiar. Aguiar over to 13. Josiah Washington kicks it out. Top of the three-point key back to Fleury. Fleury trying to make something happen. Boyd's a missed up there. Had someone down low. Now they do. They found number 13, Josiah Washington, for an easy 2. Score is now 9-8 in favor of Woonsocket. 2:33 to go in the first quarter. Angel Hernandez bringing the ball up the court. I'm sorry, it was Austin Bissonette bringing the ball up. Goncalves with the ball. There's a 3-point attempt by number 12. It is good. Isaiah Girton for 3. Woonsocket increases their lead to 12-8. Tolman quickly in transition back the other way. Moving the ball around the top of the key. Looking to drive 1-on-2. And there's going to be a turnover there. It'll be a breakaway for Woonsocket. They have the numbers. A little sloppy, but they were able to get the 2-point shot off. No good. Tolman back the other way. Rebound by Fleury, and we have a foul on the floor.
That's the way on Girton.
And that was on Girton, you said? So that would be the...
That's his.
Oh, it's on Bryn. That's his second, team fourth, right?
Yep.
Oh, I think somebody turned his ankle. Let me check on that. Is that number 5?
Yep.
Cam Aguiar. Looks like he turned his ankle. While they check on Cam Aguiar, we'll take a break with 1:46 to go in the first quarter. Woonsocket 12, Tolman 8. We'll be back right after this.
Make plans now before the cold weather arrives to get to Inferno Audio so they can install a remote car starter in your vehicle. Inferno Audio is the best place in Rhode Island for remote car starters. Since Keith opened his doors, he has always strongly believed you should only buy something once. That's why Inferno Audio stands behind all their installations for life. Get a remote car starter today and get it professionally installed by the experts at Inferno Audio, 160 Clinton Street on the corner of Worrell Street, Woonsocket.
And we're back, and that was junior Cam Aguiar being helped off the court. They'll tend to him. Looked like hopefully he just rolled his ankle, and hopefully he'll be fine. One of those little basketball injuries. The 5 count is on Tolman. They inbound the ball. There is 25 on the shot clock. Tolman controlling the ball. Looking up for a shot. Has a good three-point attempt, and no good. John Hilaire with the miss. Woonsocket with the rebound tries to bring the ball up the court. Finds foul down low. Looking for some action down low. Just could not connect. Tolman back in transition. A beautiful bounce pass. Goes to Josiah Washington. Does not have a shot. Wisely kicks it back out, and the ball is tipped out of bounds. It will remain Tolman ball. 27 to go on the shot clock. A minute 19 to go in the first quarter. Woonsocket leading 12-8. Fleury looking to inbound the ball. And it goes off the knee of Woonsocket, so there's a Tolman turnover. Woonsocket bringing it back the other way. Woonsocket leading 12-8. A minute 12 to go in the first quarter. Bissonette with the ball. Bissonette looking to drive. All the way to the hole. Misses the shot. Rebound Tolman. Long stretch pass. And wow, great
pass.
Great assist from Ortiz. Down to Ruiz. And a basket there. 12-10. And foul on the court. Number 1 on Tolman. Nicholas Fleury. Oh, I'm sorry. Jason Ortiz. I thought you said number 1. His first.
Team first.
Team
right?
first. 55 seconds to go. Woonsocket leading 12-10. Bissonette double team that time. Gets it over to Goncalves. Goncalves looking for a pick set, and there's going to be on number 12, Woonsocket, Garton. That's his first and 15 foul, but because they were on offense, they do not go to the line, but they are at the limit. That does go down as another turnover, though, for Woonsocket. You really got to cut down on those, as mentioned previously. Nice take to the hoop, does not drop. And we have a jump ball.
We're going to stay here. Tolman ball.
Tolman ball. 26 seconds to go in the quarter. 25 seconds to go on the shot clock. And they ruled the jump ball going the other way. But, okay. We don't have the arrow in front of us.
Nope.
So about a 1 second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. We'll keep an eye on both for you. Bissonette probably playing for the last shot. No, there's a turnover. Tolman brings it back the other way. 14 seconds to go in the quarter. Is Washington trying to get a shot off. Misses. Rebound Tolman. Kicks it back out. A nice soft little jumper. Miss by Fleury. Woonsocket gets the ball. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Last shot of the quarter. Gets it off in time. Is no good by Bissonette. In a fast-moving first quarter. Woonsocket with 12 points in the first quarter. Tolman with 10. Pat, thoughts on the first quarter?
It's fast-moving. Again, Tolman has 8 turnovers, so that seems to be their Achilles right now. They're in the game.
They're in the game.
12-10.
12-10. We expect a fast-moving, high-scoring game. We'll be back right after this with second quarter action for you on WOON.
For more than 50 years, Cumberland House of Pizza has been serving freshly baked pizzas, grinders, seafood, salads, and more. All grinders are served oven hot, but if you want yours cold, just let them know. Every Friday at Cumberland House of Pizza, they have their seafood specials, including fish and chips, fried shrimp, fried scallops, Rhode Island calamari, and more. Cumberland House of Pizza, 2360 Mendon Road, just south of Cumberland High School. See their entire menu online at chopsri.com.
And welcome back. We are moments away from starting the second quarter. Leading scorers for Tolman, Nicholas Fleury with 3, John Hilaire with 3, Josiah Washington and J.C. Ruiz each with 2, Douglas Goncalves for Woonsocket with 7, Zayden Delgado with 2, and Isaiah Gurton with 3. Woonsocket leading 12-10 over Tolman. Second quarter action is now underway as Tolman inbounds the ball. John Hilaire with 3 points, bringing the ball up the court. Trying to run basically a basic motion. Nice lefty take to the hole is good for John Hilaire. He now has 5 on the game. More importantly, Tolman has tied this game up 12-12. Goncalves trying to bring the ball to court. High post pick. Number 12, Gurton. Back over to 45. Foul. Looking to do something. Oh, the clock, a 5-second clock was on him. He got dangerously close to the 5. Number 41, Nick Roman, down low to Angel Hernandez. Shot is no good. Rebound for Tolman. Fast moving. 3-point shot attempt is up. No good. That 3-point attempt was by Hasten Ortiz. It will remain Tolman ball as the ball goes out of bounds. 12-12. 7:10 to go in the second quarter. And a fresh 35 on the shot clock for Tolman. 3-point attempt is no good for Nicholas Fleury. Oh, and there's a beautiful block and a steal coming up for Hasten Ortiz. Goes in for the layup, but this is going to be a foul on number 45. Evian Foul, his first, team first. And who's that going to go to the line?
I believe it's Hasten Ortiz.
Yes, Hasten Ortiz. Looking for his first point of the game. He's averaging 14.7 on the season. So you figure he's going to score eventually. And he does. His first point of the game, Tolman with their first, I think it's their first lead, isn't it? 13-12? I think Woonsocket has led or has been tied the whole game. So Tolman now leading 13-12. Second shot is up, and it is good. So Tolman now leading 14-12. And I think he stepped on the line. That's going to be
a little folklore press there.
Isaiah Gurton stepped on the line, so just out of bounds. Sometimes those lines can get a little confusing. There's 3 of them in front of you. And a nice inbound pass does not drop for Washington, and there is a foul on the floor.
Out of bounds, Tolman ball.
Oh, just out of bounds, not a foul. So it'll remain Tolman ball.
Turnover.
Tolman looking to score now underneath their basket, and the battle for the loose ball comes away by Tolman. On the floor, some razzle-dazzle on the floor. The shot does not go for Hasten Ortiz. And it looks like it will be
a Woonsocket ball.
It will be Woonsocket ball. 6:45 to go in the second quarter. Tolman leading 14-12. Full court press by Tolman right now, and stolen right back. Angel Hernandez, stop, pop, takes the 3, no good. Rebound Tolman. For a second, he had Nicholas Fleury down low, thought about passing to him, did not. 3-point attempt is good. John Hilaire for 3. Tolman now leading 17-12. Double team is Goncalves, and there's a turnover by Tolman. Nice outlet pass down low, tipped away. And that will remain Tolman ball. A little bit sloppy there as everybody's moving pretty quickly. We almost had an in-depth interview with Hasten Ortiz at our table there,
Pat. Little Tommy point.
Yeah, exactly. 25. Now there's 25 on the shot clock. Do we have a travel or just a foul?
Foul.
We'll see who that follows on. The second team.
Number 41, Ryan Roman.
And
His first, Nyan Roman,
what
number 41.
Thank you. His first team, second.
Turnover there.
Turnover. Angel Hernandez bringing the ball up the court, and there'll be a foul on number 2, Jason Ortiz. If it's on
his
him,
second.
His second. He has the only team fouls for Tolman. Who's that checking in? Bissonette checking back in for Woonsocket. Checking out is Douglas Goncalves. Inbounding the ball is Angel Hernandez. Down to Roman. Back to Hernandez. Hernandez at the top of the three-point circle. Brings it to the top of the key. Calling a set play. You're not seeing as many set plays as you used to in the old days, even a few years ago. There's a travel on the floor as Hernandez ran into his own player, thus creating a travel. You're seeing a lot less set plays and a lot more just straight motion with the 5-out offense. So Woonsocket there was trying to run a set play as they trail 17-12.
Not as much motion out of Woonsocket as I expected there would be.
And a nice take to the hole by number 3, John Hilaire. And John Hilaire, who had 3 in the first quarter, has 7 this quarter for 10 points in the first half. He has 10 of the 19 points for Tolman, as Tolman now leads 19-12. 5:18 to go in the second quarter. Foul with the ball. 17 on the shot, and a good attempt by Hilaire to steal it, but Woonsocket has numbers down low. They get the ball all the way down to Angel Hernandez for his first 2 points of the game and first points of the second quarter for Woonsocket. Woonsocket trailing Tolman 19-14.
A nice assist there, Bissonette coming down the lane and making the dish.
Washington with the long three-point attempt, no good. And rebound Woonsocket. Hernandez with the ball, looking to go on a fast break. Taking it all the way, loses the ball, but foul gets it and goes up for a lefty layup, and it's good. His first 2 points. Scored 19-16 in favor of Tolman. 4:30 to go in the second quarter. Woonsocket bench imploring their team to play some good defense. Here's a long 3 by Jason Ortiz, no good. Woonsocket comes away. Angel Hernandez, we've called his name quite often in here in the first half. Finds Bissonette, it's not back to Hernandez. Woonsocket coaches begging their team to run the play the right way. Kind of slips on the floor there is Hernandez. Garrett with the ball. So it goes in, and did he travel or was he fouled? Yes, he traveled. So a traveling violation.
Similar play to the first quarter. That spin move, he got called in the travel there too.
Yeah, you get that extra step, your foot slides just a little bit. 3:53 to go in the second quarter. Long shot by Fleury, no good. Rebound Tolman. And a lefty layup for John Hilaire. Hilaire with 9 this quarter, 12 for the game. Tolman leading 21-16. And some good pressure there by Washington. The foul comes away with the ball over to Bissonette. Bissonette in the corner for Roman. Roman trying to make a move, goes up and under with a lefty, no basket. Foul on the floor before the shot.
It's a great spin move, though.
That'll be the second team foul against Tolman. And for J.C. Ruiz, his second. They're saying that's his second. I missed his first.
Yeah, I missed his first, too.
Okay, so they said that's his second. And ball tipped away by Washington. It will stay Woonsocket ball, 32 on the shot clock. Bissonette now looking to inbound it. So we both missed that. Hernandez with the ball. Got an unfortunate name, Angel Hernandez. Nothing against him. It's the disgraced MLB umpire, Angel Hernandez. Hernandez with the shot there. No good. Rebound. Goes to Hilaire. Hilaire, a big outlet pass down to Ortiz. Ortiz loses his handle, gets it out to number 23, Ruiz, who misses the 3. Woonsocket comes down with the ball, and who got the rebound? Angel Hernandez.
That's his 6th rebound of the game.
Wow.
As a point guard.
That's real good positioning is what that is. That's a smart player. Foul over to Bissonette. Bissonette from 3, no good. And Woonsocket comes away with the offensive rebound. And Woonsocket gets a timeout before the travel. So second time out for Woonsocket. And they'll take a timeout. We'll take a timeout with the score 21-16, 2:36 to go in the half. You're watching high school basketball on WOON.
To an insurance agency and they treated you with respect. At Hunter Insurance, you'll find the courtesy and politeness of those early days, but you'll also find the insurance coverage designed to protect you from the risks of today. Protect your life with a plan designed to fit your needs and budget from Hunter Insurance, the best insurance value in northern Rhode Island, 389 Old River Road in Manville. Call 769-9500.
Own your skill. Own your process. Own your taste. Own your goals. Own your pride. Own your credit union. Our customers are our owners. Our customers are our business owners. Navigant Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
20 seconds on the shot clock and a spin move by Nyan Ronan. And we have a travel on the floor for Woonsocket. Woonsocket trailing 21-16, 2:23 in the first half. Tolman with the ball. John Hilaire bringing the ball up the court. Their point guard. And a nice pick. And Hilaire out to Ortiz. Ortiz for three is good. He has 5. And Tolman extends that lead 24-16. Double team down low to Gurton. Gurton out to Hernandez. Hernandez for three is good. Little shooter's touch there for Angel Hernandez, who now has 5. 24-19, minute 49 to go in the second quarter. Tolman with the ball in the lead. 25 on the shot clock. Tried to get it down low, tipped away, and comes away with it. Austin Bissonette. Bissonette losing the hand on it, but goes to Hernandez. Hernandez for three is failing it. No good. Tolman back the other way. That little Euro step for Fleury is good, and he has 5 on the game for Tolman. Tolman leading 26-19. A minute 20 to go in the first half. Andrew Bissonette with the ball. Double teamed again. Ronan back to Gurton. Gurton looking to drive. Goes for a right-handed, nice layup for Gurton. He's got 5 on the game, 3 in the first quarter, 2 in this quarter. 26-21, Tolman, under a minute to go. And there's a long 3 for number 13, Josiah Washington. He's got 5. 29-21, 48 seconds to go in the half. Bissonette bringing the ball up, guarded heavily by Hilaire. Hilaire putting the pressure on. He kicks out to Hernandez. Hernandez loses the handle on it. 40 seconds to go. Tolman ball. I'm sorry, Pat, what'd you say?
That drive by Gurton, like to see him at least get that left hand going, right? Don't make it more difficult on yourself than it needs to be by having to spin back to your right.
Dimitri Brin checking in for Woonsocket. 38 seconds to go in the first half. About a 15-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Shot clock has not come into play at all this half. The closest we got down to is about 10 once. And there's a nice drive by John Hilaire. He's got 11 this quarter, 14 for the game, 31-21, 10 seconds to go in the half. Behind the back pass, and there's going to be a foul on the floor. Should be the third team foul against Tolman.
Tolman foul, number 13, Josiah Washington.
And you heard the PA announcer, Josiah Washington. I have that as his first, team at third. 7 seconds to go in the half. And Angel Hernandez almost has the ball ripped away from him. 5 seconds, 4 seconds.
Now it is.
And there is Ortiz with a last second shot. No good. And we are at the half. 21 points for Tolman in that half. And for Woonsocket, 9 points in that half for a two-period total, first half total of 21. Pat, some initial thoughts on the first half before we do a deep dive analysis.
Yeah, I think, Tolman came out a little bit slow. They missed a lot of their opportunities, and then obviously they took over in the second quarter here. So, and Hilaire which is what I was expecting to see, kind of came out. I have them unofficially down as 12 in the second quarter, 15 overall. So
Okay, we'll have to double check that.
Yep.
I had them for 3 in the first quarter and 2, 4, 6, 8. I had them 11 in that quarter. 3 is 11. We'll double check.
Yep.
So while Pat and I double check our stats, we'll go to break. We're at the half. Tolman leading 31-21. You're listening and watching high school basketball 51st annual classic from the campus of Cumberland High School on WOON 1240 AM, 99.5 FM, OneSocketRadio.com.
Welcome to Colette's Furniture. Make sure you ask about our 1-year financing option. Make sure to come down and check out Colette's Furniture's family-owned new showroom now at 598 Wood Ave in Socket. Hope to see you soon.
Priding themselves on providing expert legal counsel with a personalized touch, Zamorelli Law Offices of Pawtucket has a team of dedicated attorneys committed to navigating the complexities of the legal system to ensure the best possible outcome for you. Zamorelli Law Offices is your trusted partner in legal matters, striving to deliver comprehensive solutions tailored to meet your unique needs. Zamorelli Law Offices, 40 Power Road, Pawtucket. Visit them on Facebook. The future of Northern Rhode Island's youth starts with the Boys and Girls Clubs of Northern Rhode Island. They help children and teens reach their full potential through mentorships, academic support, healthy lifestyle programming, and leadership programs. The Boys and Girls Clubs of Northern Rhode Island provide critical resources for hundreds of youths each year. You can create opportunities for the next generation. To learn more or to donate to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Northern Rhode Island, visit bgcnri.org.
We're back here at Cumberland High School in halftime of the first, between the first game. 31-21, Tolman leads Woonsocket at the half. Just trying to run some numbers here.
Yeah, adding up our stats. Pat and I are up by 1 on something.
Yeah,
trying to figure out.
John Hilaire is the leading scorer of the game so
that
far.
we do know.
He either has 15 or 14.
Right. I had him for 1-3. And a whole bunch of 2s. So let's actually, why don't we compare and contrast while we're on here? Air here, I got Nicholas Flory for 5. Hasten Ortiz for 5. Josiah Washington for 5. And J.C. Ruiz for 2. And if that's the case, that should, and it's 31. So I got Hilaire for 14, 3 in the first quarter and 11 in the second quarter, and that would be a first half total of 31 points.
I'll go with that.
Okay. And over for Woonsocket, Angel Hernandez has 5. He has a 2 and a 3. Douglas Goncalves has 7. He has 2 2s and 1 3 at the half. Zayden Delgado has 2. Isaiah Gerton with 5, with a 3 and a 2, and Avian Fowl with 2. And does that equal what was supposed to be?
Yeah, so I have Angel Hernandez with 5 points, and he has 7 rebounds.
And a few assists, too, I believe.
He does have a few assists.
Angel Hernandez,
he's really been the story of the game for Woonsocket.
Yeah, Goncalves was 3 for 3 shooting in the first quarter. Didn't shoot much, if at all, in the second quarter. Does have 7 points, but I think Angel Hernandez really stepped up his game in the second quarter. And for Woonsocket, trailing by 10 here at the half, they're going to need Angel Hernandez to continue to take over, be the leader on the court, find the open receiver, and his positioning has just been fantastic on the rebounds. As you mentioned, I think you said he has six rebounds alone in the second quarter.
Unofficially.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All of our stats are
count.
unofficial.
Again, Woonsocket's Achilles, all season long thus far has been turnovers. They're averaging 28 turnovers. I have them at 15 turnovers in the first half, so they're a little above pace for their season, and that's something that you got to cut down on. But they're down by 10. They're in the game still.
Right.
But you definitely got to cut back on the turnovers.
Yeah, Coach Dennis Harmon, expressed that to us, prior to the game as well, cutting down on the turnovers, playing together as a team. And just, the unforced errors is what will kill you.
Sure.
We saw one in the backcourt with no defense, and they threw the ball away. So that's for Woonsocket, just to tighten that up. They're an inexperienced varsity team, but they're an old team as they got all seniors on the team, but the varsity experience isn't there. And Pat, you've seen it through the years. The big difference between JV and varsity is just the absolute speed of the game. John Hilaire did take over for Tolman. He comes into the game averaging 19 points per game. Ortiz, the MVP of the previous tournament in Pawtucket, has just 5, but we also know he averages 14.7 points a game. Tolman right now playing just a little bit better with a strong second quarter there.
Yeah, they're at least a little bit more disciplined team. They have really good ball movement on the motion, a lot of kickbacks, swings. They're cutting to the lane. So they're a little bit more disciplined. They're slowed down a little. I think the first quarter they came out a little bit fast, and then they slowed it down and started getting into their sets. So some good ball movement, and some open shots. I mean, the shots they're taking are open, whereas on the other end, when Woonsocket's really forcing some stuff, when you start doing these pivots and turns into the lane, and you're really trying to create your own offense. Yeah,
need better awareness of where the basket is. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we will preview what to expect in the second half. You're watching and listening on OneSocketRadio.com. WOON 99.5 FM, 1240 AM. We will be back right after these messages.
State Line Service and Tire Center is a third-generation family business that believes in repairing your vehicle properly and efficiently the first time. In addition, they provide a full complement of preventive services like checking batteries, belts and hoses, exhaust, headlight restoration, emission testing, and engine light pop-ups. Their ASE certified technicians are right up to date with the latest technology. Vehicle problems are their business. State Line Service and Tire Center, 1209 Social Street, Woonsocket, 765-0146.
Providing experienced, compassionate care when you need it. That describes North Smithfield and Lincoln Urgent Care Centers. Their mission is to make you feel safe and reassured about the nature and severity of minor illnesses like lacerations, sprains, ear and sinus infections, stomach and back discomfort, and more. Both facilities have X-ray and lab facilities on premises. North Smithfield Urgent Care, 594 Great Road, North Smithfield, 768-3400. Open Monday through Friday 9 to 8 and Saturday 9 to 5. And Lincoln Urgent Care, across from Lincoln Mall, 333-9595. Open weekdays 9 to 9, Saturday and Sunday 9 to 5.
The last thing you need is more stress. So at Misho's Auto Body, they handle the complete claim for you. Check their website to see the 13 actual steps they take to make your experience stress-free. You'll also see a complete photo gallery showing you the detailed and technical process necessary to accommodate new car construction and metallic paints. Misho's Auto Body, 430 Privilege Street, Woonsocket, 769-1983.
Woonsocket Door Sales can handle all types of projects, from the simpler residential installations to the more complex commercial projects. They install, service, and repair. Garage doors are also an important facet of home and business security, since garages contain some of your valuable items like vehicles, tools, and small equipment. Visit their website at WoonsocketDoorSales.com and see a gallery of designs and styles, as well as testimonials from their satisfied customers from many surrounding towns. Woonsocket Door Sales, 1 Biltmore Avenue, Cumberland, 767-3448. Their reputation for sales and service is ironclad, just like their doors. Woonsocket Door Sales, 767-3448.
And welcome back to the campus of Cumberland High School for the 51st Annual Holiday Classic, brought to you by the Northern Rhode Island Boys and Girls Club. A little bit of sad news we just received from the Athletic, reporting Greg Gumbel younger brother Brian Gumbel, March Madness, legendary March Madness and NFL broadcaster, has passed away at the age of 78. That guy is synonymous with the March Madness tournament, Greg Gumbel. So a little bit of sad news there. We're just underway, so I think for Tolman to continue to do what they were doing, and I try to simplify things to their basics, and for Woonsocket, minimize the turnovers.
Yeah, you got to start there, right? let's
Go to
minimize the turnovers and start hitting some of these shots.
Right. Basic,
expect a big
turnovers.
second half out of Andrew Bissonette.
Woonsocket will now be shooting to our right. Tolman will be shooting to our left. Woonsocket in their all-white uniforms with a hints of maroon here and there. Tolman with their all reds with their black and gray stripes, I guess, down the side. Hernandez with the ball over to Bissonette. Hernandez really stepped up his game in the second quarter from the first. Bissonette driving to the hold, and they're going to call a jump ball. That was a block shot. Good no foul there. It'll be a jump ball, so it'll be Tolman ball. But for number 13 for Tolman, Josiah Washington, a good defensive player there, causing the jump.
Yep. Bissonette takes it to the hole strong, but, Washington was able to get his hand in there, all ball.
And all ball, yep. Okay, for Tolman trying to get things going. There is Washington with the ball. Kind of double teamed there. Is Hilaire driving out to Flory. Flory for three. No good for Flory. And offensive rebound. I wouldn't say, Josiah Washington, tough to give him credit for the rebound, but he caused the turnover on Woonsocket, which goes back to Tolman ball and a fresh 35. 7:12 to go remaining in the third quarter. Inbound pass deflected away by Woonsocket.
Good hands.
Very good hands. We're in the early stages of the third quarter. Tolman leading 31-21. All the way out to Ortiz with a fresh shot clock. And he kind of telegraphed that pass, got away with it. Hilaire with a short lefty jumper, no good. And Woonsocket comes away with the rebound. Number 23 with a left-handed Dimitri Brin with his first 2 points of the game. 31-23 in favor of Tolman.
Nice rebound. He takes it out of the court. Lays it in for two.
He kind of glided in, very smooth. Ooh, double team, little miscommunication on Tolman. They got away with it. And there is almost a travel. Kind of did that jump and got away with it. Out to Flory. Flory looked like he was going to shoot. I thought he may have just got away with a travel. Ortiz for three, no good. Rebound, Flory, and the ball is stripped away from him. But I think we're going to have a foul on Socket on the floor. Did they say Bryn? Would that be?
I'm not. It was Bryn.
If it is, that third. If that. Team first, but for Dimitri Brin, that's his third. Ortiz with the ball, the top of the key. Over to Ruiz. Ruiz through traffic. Kind of forces one up and launched it. Hernandez with the rebound, brings it up court to Bissonette. Bissonette controls ball, calls a set play. Good switch on defense by Tolman. Oh, and how did he get down low with Bryn for two? That ball had eyes, Pat.
Yeah, nice little pick and roll.
31-25 in favor of Tolman. Woonsocket on a mini run here, 4-0 to start the third quarter. Hilaire with the ball over to Washington. Washington back to Ortiz. Ortiz falls but keeps control of the dribble. Somehow gets it out to Flory. Flory goes in for a layup, but that ball is, and there's going to be a foul on, I think it's going to be on Zayden Delgado. And it is.
It's his third.
And that'll be his third, team second. Team second, but that's going to be a shooting foul.
Nick Flory's so smooth. Takes the ball, he's just such a fluid motion.
His first free throw attempts. And Pat, I looked down at my book. Did he hit that first shot? Yes, he did. 32. First points of the quarter for Tolman.
4 for 5 from the foul line.
Four for 6. 32-25 in favor of Tolman. Almost a travel by Woonsocket. They may have gotten away with it. And I think we have a foul on the floor on Tolman. That's on Fleury's second, team first.
Entering the game for Tolman, number 12, Giovanni Frederico.
KJ Frederico checking into the game for Tolman. Woonsocket looking to inbound the pass with Bissonette. Looking for Hernandez. Has Hernandez. Nice down low pass. And a nice shot, but no good by Garton. He tried to make something down low. Nothing there. Hilaire going in. Nice pass, kick out. And Washington not shooting on that. Thought about shooting. And there's that lefty jumper by Hilaire. No good. Rebound for Goncalves. Goncalves with a bounce pass up ahead to number 12. Garton, no good. But the ball goes out of bounds and will remain with Woonsocket. 32-25, 4:58 to go in the third quarter. Once again, a fast-moving third quarter. Bissonette underneath his own basket, down to Hernandez. Hernandez continues to control the ball. Stops at midcourt where he picks up his dribble. Garton goes in, drives to the hole, and good. Isaiah Garton, he now has 5. More importantly, 32-27 in favor of Tolman. Woonsocket has cut this 10-point lead down to 5. Tolman kind of survives that little scramble shot there by Hilaire. No good. Woonsocket can cut this lead down to 2. Oh, and throws it out of bounds. Pass intended for Angel Hernandez. Woonsocket on a 6-1 run here, almost halfway through the third quarter. 4:21 to go in the third. Tolman leading 32-27. 51st Annual Holiday Classic here on the campus of Cumberland High School. Step back 3, no good for Ortiz. Rebound, Garton.
Garton with his 4th.
Goncalves over the Bissonette. Coach Harmon desperately pleading for something, having a 5 count on Bissonette. Starts moving to avoid the 5-second. How did he keep control of the ball? Bissonette with a great layup, and I think we're going to have a timeout. Woonsocket, as Woonsocket's on an 8-1 run to start this third quarter. They'll take a timeout. We'll take a timeout with the score 32-29. You're listening to high school basketball on WoonsocketRadio.com.
The latest Buick and GMC models are available at Tasca Buick GMC in Woonsocket. Buick Encore, Envision, Enclave, and Invista are on the lot waiting for you to take one for a test drive. New GMC crossovers, SUVs, as well as trucks and vans are also available. Thinking of a pre-owned vehicle? Tasca Buick GMC has more than 900 in stock, many under $15,000. Visit online, TascaBuickGMC.com, or stop into 55 Fortin Drive, Woonsocket. Tasca Buick GMC, you will be satisfied.
Own your skill. Own your process. Own your taste. Own your goals. Own your pride. Own your credit union. Our customers are our owners. Our customers are our business owners. Navigant Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
And with 3:49 to go in the third quarter, Tolman leading 32-29. It was 31-21 at the half. Woonsocket on a, what did we say?
8-1 run.
8-1 run to start this third quarter. 3:42 to go in the third quarter. Tolman with the ball, trying to regain their commanding lead as they lead by 3. Hilaire trying to make something happen. Lefty jumper is good for 2. And for Hilaire, he now has 16 on the game. 3 in the first quarter, 11 in the second quarter. Woonsocket trying to mix things up. Tolman trying to mix things up on Woonsocket. Ooh, almost dragged that back step, avoid the travel. And I think Goncalves stepped out of bounds.
Yep.
So the pressure worked. It kind of like it inadvertently worked. 34-29 in favor of Tolman. Checking in is for Woonsocket.
Jean-Pierre Roman. Jean-Pierre Roman. Not Jean-Pierre Roman.
No. Okay.
Bryant Salazar?
That's what I think
Tolman.
he said.
Yeah.
And Hilaire with a soft lefty floater, and he's got the last 4 points of this quarter, and Tolman now leads 36-29. Goncalves trying to make something happen there. Good pressure by Hilaire. Hilaire doing it defensively and offensively. Long pass. It hits the backboard. Stays in bounds. Angel Hernandez comes away with a long pass. Outlet pass to Bissonette. And the basket is good. Bissonette's got 4 this quarter. 4 for the game. 36-31. 2:40 to go in the third quarter. There's Hilaire back the other way. Lefty layup. No good. And will stay. It'll go Woonsocket ball. So fast action there.
Yeah, Hilaire is a game changer with his speed.
Tolman coming into the game 2-2, Woonsocket 0-4. These games count towards the regular standings for the first time in the RPI index for playoffs. Goncalves with the miss there, and that ball going to stay with Woonsocket?
Get a foul, I think.
I think there's a foul.
Yep. Number 12, Kaimani Frederico, his first.
His first, team second. And that puts Angel Hernandez at the line, shooting 2. Hits the first one. He now has 6 on the game as he's 1 for 1 from the line. 36-32, 2:26 to go in the third quarter. Nice backspin. Oh, misses on that. Shot looked good coming out of his hand. 32-26, and I think we got ourselves a jump ball caused by Angel Hernandez. Possession arrow stays with Woonsocket, so great hustle by Hernandez after the miss, forcing a jump ball, and Woonsocket keeps possession, trailing by 4. 2:22 to go in the third quarter. Deep pass to Girton. Girton trying to drive in, and he fouled on the floor, and I think that foul is going to be against number 12 on Tolman.
32, Brian Salazar.
Oh, Salazar, okay. His first, team third.
Looked like Girton wanted to take that 3 for a second.
Yes. Bissonette to Hernandez. Hernandez guarded heavily by Hilaire. Hernandez for 2 is good. Hernandez now has 8 on the game, 36-34. Woonsocket at their closest in a long time. It was 12-10 at the end of the first quarter that they were leading. And a long 3 by Ortiz, no good. Woonsocket now has a chance to tie or take the lead. Woonsocket was leading 12-10 after 1, when Tolman was leading 31-21 at the half.
We have 1:55 left in the third, and they only have 2 turnovers by my unofficial count. Again, keys to the game.
I think that's going to be a foul on Angel Hernandez. If so, that's his first, team third. Sometimes it's easy to see who the foul is on. Sometimes you just have no idea. Another shot, another foul on the floor shooting. And we're going to stay right here because I think it was a 30-second timeout.
Is that Woonsocket?
And I think it.
Yep. Woonsocket's third.
Timeout, Woonsocket.
They have 2 remaining.
Timeout.
Tolman with 4.
Slight difference between Rhode Island and Massachusetts rules. All timeouts in Massachusetts are full 1-minute timeouts. In Rhode Island, you get 3 full timeouts and 2 30-second timeouts. That was officially a 30-second timeout. There's the first buzzer, meaning you get about 10 seconds before you have to take the court.
So I got Bissonette with 4 in this quarter, Hernandez with 3, Isaiah Girton with 2, Dimitri Brim with 4. And over on Tolman, I have Nick Flory with 1 and John Hilaire with 4.
Yes, that's what I have as well. So
and that's it.
And that's it. So Woonsocket has battled back. They were down by 10 at the half, now trailed by 2. Tolman has the ball, minute 50 to go in the third quarter. Hilaire deep to Ortiz. Ortiz guarded by Hernandez, kicks it out to Hilaire. Hilaire now drives in and kind of takes a lefty floater. Defense backed off, so no foul. Looked like he went more for the foul than the shot, and the defense backed off, so no foul. Playing around with the half court is Woonsocket. 45 foul with the shot, no good. Rebound Tolman, and a turnover. Hernandez with the ball. Shot 3 is good! Angel Hernandez for 3, and Woonsocket now leads 37-36 with a minute 15 to go in the third quarter. Little shooter's touch there for Hernandez after the steal. Hilaire with the ball at the top of the key. Over to Salaza, and that's his first 3 points of the game for Brian Salaza. Tolman retakes the lead, 39-37, 55 seconds to go in the third quarter. Tolman putting on a half-court press, stolen by Federico. Federico to Hilaire. Nice pass down low. Federico is good for 2.
It's a great pass by Hilaire.
41-37 in favor of Tolman. 33 seconds to go. Girton trying to drive, kicks it out to Bissonette. Bissonette for 3, no good. Rebound Woonsocket. Funny, I think we're going to jump or out of bounds. Yeah, I think he's out of bounds, so it's going to be Woonsocket ball. 22 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Woonsocket ball. Woonsocket trails 41-37. Bissonette inbounding the ball. Kicks it out to Goncalves. Goncalves back down low to Bissonette. Bissonette going up. Little move. Gets the foul. The ball does not drop, but he does get fouled on the floor.
And Salazar again. It's his second. Team's fourth.
His second, team fourth. Bissonette at the line. He's got 4 this quarter, 4 for the game. His first time at the line. Bissonette averaging 6.3 points a game on the year. Makes the score 41-38. 6.3, 4.3 rebounds, 2 assists. Bissonette's second shot is also good. 41-39, 18 seconds to go in the quarter. We'll see if Tolman tries to play for the last shot. Hilaire with the ball, and I did not.
Offensive foul on Hassan Ortiz, his third.
Wow. Did you see what he did? I did not see what he did.
The team's 5th foul.
Yep, 10 seconds to go, and Angel Hernandez for 3, no good. Offensive rebound, great positioning by Foul. Foul fighting for the ball, gets the shot up, and is fouled with 3 seconds to go in the quarter. Foul is fouled. Salazar picks up his third.
Team's 6th foul at the limit.
Foul's got 2 points. He's looking to tie this game going into the fourth quarter. 2 shots from the line. First shot, no good. Pull within 1, 41-39. 3 seconds to go in the quarter. Foul averaging 3 points on the season. Lefty shooter hits the second one. 41-40, 3 seconds. They roll the ball in. And a long half-court shot. Was he fouled? And no foul. So, at the end of 3, 41-40. Pack, some quick thoughts.
We have a game.
Can't get much quicker than that. Okay, we'll be back with fourth quarter action right after this on WOON, AM and FM.
If it's finally time for a snowblower, then you need to head to DePault Hardware in Cumberland. Husqvarna has a snowblower promotion January 9th through February 9th. Purchase a Husqvarna ST100 or ST200 snowblower and receive a $100 rebate. Or purchase a Husqvarna ST300 snowblower and receive a $200 rebate. Exclusions apply. Visit DePault Hardware, 2000 Menden Road, Sciabra Plaza, Cumberland for more information and to see the in-stock Husqvarna snowblowers. DePaultHardware.com. Make plans now before the cold weather arrives to get to Inferno Audio so they can install a remote car starter in your vehicle. Inferno Audio is the best place in Rhode Island for remote car starters. Since Keith opened his doors, he has always strongly believed you should only buy something once. That's why Inferno Audio stands behind all their installations for life. Get a remote car starter today and get it professionally installed by the experts at Inferno Audio, 160 Clinton Street on the corner of Worrell Street, Woonsocket. For more than 50 years, Cumberland House of Pizza has been serving freshly baked pizzas, grinders, seafood, salads, and more. All grinders are served oven hot, but if you want yours cold, just let them know. Every Friday at Cumberland House of Pizza, they have their seafood specials, including fish and chips, fried shrimp, fried scallops, Rhode Island calamari, and more. Cumberland House of Pizza, 2360 Menden Road, just south of Cumberland High School. See their entire menu online at chopsri.com.
And we're underway here in the fourth quarter. Woonsocket was trailing by 10 at the half. They outscored Tolman 19-10 in the third quarter. Josiah Washington, though, starts off the fourth quarter with 2 points. He has 7. Tolman now has a lead 43-40. But just to finish that thought, Woonsocket outscored Tolman 19-10 in the third quarter. So 41. Bissonnette doing a lot of razzle-dazzle, doing like a little Harlem Globetrotters. But turnover by Woonsocket. Here comes Fleury the other way. A foul on the floor. That'll be the first team foul for Woonsocket. Let's see who that is.
Girton? Yep.
Girton, that's his second, team first. Checking out is Ovian fouled. Checking in back in, number 23, Dimitri Brin. Woonsocket underneath. Good defense by Angel Hernandez. We've called his name a lot. He's having a heck of a game. Bounce pass to Bissonnette. Bissonnette with an up fake, and a jump ball on the block. No foul. Bissonnette, I think, was, again, sometimes players look for the foul instead of the shot. I prefer the kid just shoot the ball, get the 2, and then hopefully get the and 1.
Yeah, you got to go right up with that.
Woonsocket retains possession here in the early stages of the third quarter. Bissonnette looking to inbound it, looking for Bryn. Bryn has it at the top of the key. Bryn looking to drive and loses the handle on it, regains it, gets out to Goncalves. Goncalves for 3 is good! Douglas Goncalves for 3. 43-43. Goncalves now has 10 points on the game, 7 in the first quarter. Hilaire with a lefty layup, no good. Rebound, Ortiz. Ortiz is up and good. Tolman retakes the lead, 45-43, 6:48 to go in the game. Girton took in the drive, takes a soft little layup, and good.
Getting a little wide open right now.
Yeah, 45-45. 6:35 to go in the fourth quarter. Shouldn't say the game. It's it could be overtime. Nicholas Fleury. And underneath down to 13. Washington, no good. Rebound, Fleury, and is fouled on the play.
Angel Hernandez, his second.
His second, team second.
At the line for Tolman, Nicholas Fleury, shooting 2.
Nicholas Fleury, 6 on the game. 4 free throws, misses his first.
He's 4 for 7 from the line now.
Second shot attempt now for Nicholas Fleury, as you mentioned, 4 for 7 from the line on the game. And misses both. Score remains tied, 45-45, 6:18 to go in the fourth quarter. Hernandez bringing the ball up the court. Stop, pop, shoot, and is fouled on the play. He is fouled by number 32, Salazar. That could be his 4th?
That's his 4th.
Team first.
Number 3, John Hilaire.
Oh.
Oh, they call that on Hilaire?
They gave it to number 3, Hilaire. That's a break for Salazar.
Yeah.
Hernandez shooting 2.
That is Hilaire's first.
Misses the first.
Foul shots, foul shots, foul shots.
Exactly. Hernandez with 11 points on the game. Going for a second shot here. Looking to take a 1-point lead is Woonsocket. And I think we have a lane violation, so no shot. So officially 0 for 1 from the line. Remains tied 45-45. Checking into the game is J.C. Ruiz for Tolman. Okay, just getting some numbers caught up. Goncalves for 2. I'm sorry, Jason Ortiz for 2. He now has 9. Tolman 47-45, 5:50 to go in the fourth quarter. Woonsocket with the ball. Over to Bissonnette. Bissonnette, weird style pass to 41 Roman. Roman in the paint, gets a shot off, and somehow that gets that to drop. His first 2 points of the game, 47-47. How did that drop? Ortiz with the ball at the top of the 3-point circle, goes left, driving all the way in. Right-handed layup is good. Jason Ortiz, 6 points.
6 points in the quarter, yeah.
had 5 through 3, has 6 now, 11 on the game, 49-47 in favor of Tolman. Bissonette for 3, no good. Rebound Woonsocket. I was blocked by the ref. I couldn't see there. Hernandez with an up fake gets past 2 players, and the third and drives for the layup. Angel Hernandez with the drive of the game. 2 points for Hernandez. We're tied once again, 49-49. Hilaire back the other way, and there's going to be a foul on the floor. And I think it might be Hernandez, judging by his reaction, but it's not against Hernandez.
Gonkhaus.
Against Gonkhaus.
It's his first.
His first team third. So this might be a free throw shooting contest at the end of the game. 49-49, 4:54 to go in the fourth quarter. Hilaire underneath the basket, kicks it out to Washington. Washington to Ortiz. Trying to fake, double teamed as he tries to drive into the lane. Oh, a pass, he did not see it coming, so a turnover for Tolman. Bissonette ball back the other way for Woonsocket. Settles things down. Ronan,
Kick.
did he? A kick
Yep,
ball?
kick ball.
That just resets the shot clock.
Yep.
Actually, if it stays above a certain number, I think if it stays above 20, it stays where it is. If it goes under 20, it resets back to 20. 49-49, 4:30 to go in the fourth quarter. Kick pass down low. Oh, that would have been a beautiful pass to foul, but no good. Girton, maybe in hindsight, should have just gone up with it. With his height, probably had an easy layup. Turnover Woonsocket. Tolman with the ball and the tie game. 49-49, 4:21 to go in the fourth quarter. John Hilaire with the ball and 18 points on the game. Over to Ortiz. To 23, Ruiz, no good. Down low, rebound is up and good. And who got that?
Josiah Washington, that's his 4th point of the quarter.
And he's got 9 for the game, and none bigger right now, 51-50. And back the other way, a missed layup, but number 12, Girton, is going to go to the line, shooting 2. For Tolman, that's their second team foul. Josiah Washington, his second, team second. And we do have a player down. While we check on the player, we're going to take a break with the score 51-49 in favor of Tolman. We'll be back on WOON.
Remember when you
right
went into
after
an
these
insurance
messages.
agency and they treated you with respect? At Hunter Insurance, you'll find the courtesy and politeness of those early days, but you'll also find the insurance coverage designed to protect you from the risks of today. Protect your life with a plan designed to fit your needs and budget from Hunter Insurance, the best insurance value in northern Rhode Island, 389 Old River Road in Manville. Call 769-9500.
Own your skill. Own your process. Own your taste. Own your goals. Own your pride. Own your credit union. Our customers are our owners. Our customers are our business owners. Navigant Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
And welcome back. They're still tending to number 12, Isaiah Girton. Girton with 9 points on the game is walking off under his own power, but limping. But like in football and other sports, because he was tended to on the court, he has to come off.
Yep.
I mean, he's still being tended to by staff anyway. It's probably not a bad idea. So we'll keep an eye on that.
Just to mention earlier,
Cameron
Aguirre, he did leave on crutches. So
Oh, he did. Thank you for the update.
He's done for the day.
I meant to do that, and I do think Girton wants to come back in. I think they were either he's upset that he didn't come back in, or he's upset that they're not going to let him back in. We'll keep an eye on that as well. Angel Hernandez is at the line shooting 2, misses the first one. And now, so Hernandez 1 for 4 from the line, does have 13 points on the game. And hits the second one. So Woonsocket trails 51-50. Tolman ball. John Hilaire bringing the ball to the court. 3:49 to go. Great pressure by Hernandez. Ortiz comes away with the ball. The long 3 for Ortiz, no good. And didn't hit anything. So technically, a rebound by Washington. 18 on the shot clock, so still plenty of time. Flurry to Hilaire to Washington. No good for Washington.
Offensive rebound.
And who got that? Ruiz?
J.C. Ruiz.
So Ruiz with his first 2 of the quarter now has 4 for the game. 53 to 50, 3:18 to go in favor of Tolman with socket ball. Good pressure by Hilaire on Goncalves. Over to Bissonette, back to Hernandez. Hernandez 15 on the shot clock. Hernandez looking to make something happen. Dribbles into a double team. There's a 3-point attempt by Goncalves. It's good! He has 6 this quarter. 13 for the game. Tie game, 53 to 53. We have Hernandez is hobbling up the court. And there's a layup, but a foul by Nyan Roman, his second, team 4th. And Angel Hernandez is hobbling.
It's probably a good foul to take.
Yeah, it kind of slows things down. We'll see. Dimitri Brin is checking in. We'll see if he's checking in for Angel Hernandez.
He is.
And this is an injury substitution. That's why they let the substitution happen before the first shot.
I didn't hear who they called that foul on.
Oh, it was. Oh, I just said it too.
Is it Roman?
Yeah, I think it was.
His second.
And first shot, and that's Washington at the line, shooting 2. He hits the first. 54-53, breaking the tie.
Washington has 10 now.
5 this quarter. 6 this quarter. 55-54 in favor of Tolman. 2:44 to go. But right now, Angel Hernandez and Isaiah Garton on the bench, injured for Woonsocket. 2:38 to go in the game. Goncalves with the ball. Goncalves with a little move there, and no good. Fighting hard for the rebound, but Hilaire comes away with the rebound. Hilaire brings up the court fast. Kicks it down low. Long 3 for Hilaire, no good. Rebound, Tolman. Ooh, but they give it up. 2:15 to go. 55-53 in favor of Tolman. This is game 1 of our doubleheader here on WOON. Approximately 20 minutes after game 1, Cumberland and Lincoln will be tipping off. So we hope that you stay with us for that game as well. 2:05 to go in the game. Goncalves looking to make something happen down low to Bryn. Bryn has the ball. Kind of like a shot, kind of like a blocked shot, but stolen. And now Tolman will slow things down. Under 2 minutes to go. Tolman leading 55-53. But no, there's Flurry with a 3. No good. Rebound, Woonsocket. Bissonette. Bissonette has the ball coming over to half court. Let's see if Woonsocket uses any of the timeout. Bissonette tried to do everything by himself. Drives to the hole. No good. But stolen back is that Bryn for 2. He now has 6. And we have a timeout on the floor in a tie game, and there's 94 seconds left of the game. Timeout Woonsocket, they'll take a timeout, we'll take a timeout. You're watching and listening to high school basketball on WOON, AM and FM.
Welcome to Colette's Furniture.
Make sure you ask about our 1-year financing option. Make sure to come down and check out Colette's Furniture's family-owned new showroom now at 598 Wood Ave, Woonsocket. Hope to see you soon.
And we're back, 94 seconds to go, 55-55. Exciting ball game, 0-2 Division II Woonsocket against 2-2 Division I tournament champion Tolman. I'll be honest, I expected a close game. I didn't expect tied with 1:34 to go in the game.
Yeah, not at all. Again, in the story of the second half is Woonsocket. They've only turned the ball over 6 times by my unofficial stats, which is
yes,
half of what they, or more than half of what they did in the first half.
Right.
So.
Still, Woonsocket still playing without Angel Hernandez and Isaiah Garton. Tolman with the ball, tie game. Skips it all the way over to Flurry. Flurry with the ball. Over to Hilaire. Hilaire trying to make something happen. Over to Ortiz. Back to Hilaire. Hilaire with his lefty 3 is short. Rebound Woonsocket. We're ticking down towards 1 minute to go in the fourth quarter. Right now, 1 minute. 55-55. Bryn taking it to the hole. No good. I'm sorry, Roman. Not Bryn. Tolman with the rebound. 48 seconds. There's about a 19-second shot clock differential, so that really won't come into play at all on this possession. Hilaire with the ball.
A little zone here.
Yeah, a little bit different, and I think we have a foul. Is it a timeout or a foul?
No, foul. Goncalves.
Number 2, Goncalves, his second, team 5th, but they're going to be shooting. They're shooting 2 now. Interesting. It almost acted like he thought he had a foul to give.
Yeah.
And that's not the case at all. So Hilaire will be at the line. He's 1 for 2 from the line. He's got 18 on the game. One of them is from the line. Doesn't have any points this quarter till, I was going to say till now, but I almost jinxed it. 55, 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Hilaire looking for his 19th point and a 1-point lead for Tolman. Second shot is good. 56-55 in favor of Tolman with Woonsocket ball. No Hernandez, no Gerton for Woonsocket.
33 seconds.
Bissonette with the ball, and he just loses it. Kind of dribbled it off his shin, and now Woonsocket's going to have to foul. And there's a foul by number 2, Douglas Goncalves, but he had to as the shot clock in the game, less time left on the clock than the shot clock. 20 seconds left in the game. Hilaire will be at the line for 2. Hilaire with 19.
He's 2 for 4 from the foul line.
Yes, he is. And 2 for 5.
I didn't do that, did I?
You just anytime you talk about somebody from the line, they miss. Hilaire looking for his 20th point. That's also a jinx. Gets that one. We don't have that much power, Pat. 57-55, 20 seconds. Woonsocket with the ball. Foul gives back to Bissonette.
They can hold for the last shot.
Bissonette goes over the timeline. Woonsocket takes a timeout. Full timeout with 13 seconds. They'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the final 13 seconds of the game for you from Cumberland High School. The score 57-55. Come back for the exciting conclusion on WOON.
Priding themselves on providing expert legal counsel with a personalized touch, Zamorelli Law Offices of Pawtucket has a team of dedicated attorneys committed to navigating the complexities of the legal system to ensure the best possible outcome for you. Zamorelli Law Offices is your trusted partner in legal matters, striving to deliver comprehensive solutions tailored to meet your unique needs. Zamorelli Law Offices, 40 Power Road, Pawtucket. Visit them on Facebook.
And we're back, 13 seconds to go. 57-55 in favor of Tolman. Woonsocket ball at the end of one quarter. Woonsocket was leading 12-10. Tolman had a 21-9 second quarter to lead at the half, 31-21. Woonsocket had a 19-10 third quarter to pull within 1 going into the fourth quarter. They were trailing 41-40. Score stands right now 57-55.
Hernandez still on the bench, so you know who we trying to play up. If you're the coach, I think I'm thinking Goncalves. He's had the hot hand.
Goncalves or Bissonette, but I think you might be right. Goncalves, 10 seconds to go. They go down low to number 23, and he fouled 23. Dimitri Bryn with his 4th point of the quarter, and an and-one opportunity. 57-57 with 7 seconds to go. Who was that foul on? J.C. Ruiz, his third, team third. And now Bryn, his first foul shot of the game, can give Woonsocket the lead, 58-57. Shot is no good. Rebound Tolman. 5 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Ortiz brings the ball up. They kick it over to Hilaire in a timeout. Tolman.
We're going to stay right here.
Yes, we'll stay right here. Timeout Tolman with 2 seconds.
Well, they didn't listen to me. And they fed it down low to Bryn, and he hits a turnaround jumper, and he gets the foul. Again, foul shots.
Yeah, unfortunately for Bryn, missed his foul shot. Would have given Woonsocket a 1-point lead. They actually just put a second back on the clock. There was 2. The referees told the clock operator to put a second back. That's a huge difference.
Sure.
2 and 3, you almost have to rush your shot with 3 seconds left. I think you have the actual time to design just a slightly better play. You can go down low, you can kick it back out, you can even make the extra pass.
I'm not even going to try to guess what Tolman's going to try to do here. My guess is that you try to get it to Hilaire or Ortiz has had the hot hand from outside.
Ortiz was the most valuable player of the Donaldson Lynch Memorial Tournament at the Boys and Girls Club in Pawtucket earlier this year. And Hilaire, and Ortiz is averaging 14.7 points a game. Hilaire averaging 19 points a game. And Hilaire does have 20 this game. So either one. Either one works, right?
Yeah. Or maybe a Nick Fleury.
Should be interesting. Inbound in the pass. They're looking to Hilaire. Hilaire over to Fleury. Fleury with the game-winning. Oh! The tip's in and out.
And we got extra time.
Extra
basketball. Wouldn't want it any other way. They did listen to me there. I just called it at the end. Nick Fleury coming off of a screen.
A 16-point quarter for Tolman. A 17-point quarter for Woonsocket, and we are tied 57-57. We'll stay right here as they're only going to take a quick break, almost like a quick timeout break.
It's like a four minute.
It's going to be a 4-minute overtime. I believe both teams get one timeout back on top of what they had. Fouls, I believe, are continuation of the fourth quarter, of which Tolman's next foul will put them in the bonus, and Woonsocket is in the bonus already. So just assume that both teams are in the bonus now. We'll keep an eye on Angel Hernandez, who stumbled, and he's been sitting since about 2.5 minutes to go in the game.
Isaiah Girton as well.
And he's got 14, and Isaiah Girton went down before Hernandez. He's got 9, and he hasn't come back in the game. And 2 of those players, now granted, Woonsocket did pretty well without them.
Sure.
And
maybe that was the difference, right? Hey, we're good.
Yep. We got a good team. They're varsity inexperienced, but they're all seniors. So there's a level of maturity on the Woonsocket team just by virtue of being seniors. 57-57. We'll start the overtime with a jump ball.
And regardless of what happens here, Woonsocket has to be happy with the way they've played today. They've really represented themselves well, even regardless of what their record is.
Exactly. Now, tournaments like this, we talked about at the outset and a little bit during the game, these are springboards to the rest of the season. These games mean something. They're going to have playoff implications down the line. The new RPI index, huge game, 57-57. We're underway. Woonsocket actually won the tip, but it went to Tolman, but then Tolman throws it away. So it will be Woonsocket ball with just 4 seconds into the overtime. 3:56 to go in the overtime period. Woonsocket ball, and Tolman will pick up Woonsocket at half court. Bissonette bringing the ball up the court. Both teams sticking with their man-to-man defense, and there is a quick shot off right by Bryn. And we're going to have a foul and see if that's on Bryn.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Yep.
So he needs to be careful, Bryn. That's his 4th team foul, as mentioned there, in the limit. And shooting 2 is number 32, Bryant Salazar. He's got 3 points on the game. He hit a 3 in the third quarter. What's up? Well, the shot clock now reads 45 instead of 35. Nevertheless, doesn't take away from the 2-shot foul. 3:39 to go in the first overtime. First scoring opportunity of the overtime is good. Tolman takes a lead, 58-57.
We have Girton back in, replacing Avion Foe.
And that's huge because Girton went off with the injury. Angel Hernandez not back in the game. Salazar, second shot is good. 2 for 2 from the line for Salazar. He's got 5 now. 59-57, 3:38 to go in the first overtime. Bissonette bringing the ball up the floor. Over to Roman. Roman back to Bissonette. See if they try to get Gerton involved. They do. They get him the ball. He's got one-on-one. Oh, there's a nice block by number 32, Bryant Salazar on the soft jumper.
Same play they were in last time. They got Bryn coming off of a screen, coming down the lane, and great defense by Salazar.
Bissonette with 16 on the shot clock, looking to inbound. It does to Goncalves. Goncalves down low. No, another block shot as Bryn gets blocked. 2 block shots in a row there. 9 seconds. Now, this is the first time the shot clock has come into play. 9 seconds left on the shot clock.
Heavy dose of Bryn right now.
Yes. Down low, and it will not be a backcourt, but the shot clock will now. And we have a jump ball. Both guys were fighting for the ball. Again, a lot of people think that it's a backcourt on an inbound pass. It is not a backcourt. You can inbound, but here we go. Oh, they reset the shot clock.
Yeah.
No, they didn't. It's back to 7.
Okay, no, he
back
kept
to
it.
7.
All right.
On the jump ball, if Tolman had recovered, that would have reset it.
Yeah,
but
no clear.
Right. Woonsocket did not lose possession. But 4 on the shot clock. Down low to Gerton. Right-handed layup is good. Isaiah Gerton back from his injury, 59-59 with a nice little finger roll righty layup.
I'd like to see Isaiah develop that left hand a little bit, but hey, if it's working, it's working.
Exactly, 59-59, 2:46. Hilaire with the ball over to Fleury.
Again, little zone now, right?
Fleury over to Washington. Washington to Hilaire. Hilaire with a soft jumper is fouled, and we'll see who that's on because now teams are getting into foul trouble. Number 0. So I think Bissonette, that's his first.
It's his first.
But again, team limit. And for Hilaire, he has 20. Shooting 2. 59, 2:35 to go. First shot, no good. See how he does here on the second shot. Second shot is good. 21 on the game for Hilaire. 60-59 in favor of Tolman. Woonsocket ball. Bissonette brings it up, trailing by 1 with 2:30 to go in the first overtime. Gerton comes out to set a pick and roll. Could not find Gerton down low. But Bryn going up. Gives up the shot. Goes all the way back to Bissonette for 3. Bissonette! He has 9. Woonsocket leading 62-60. 2:10 to go in the first overtime. Hilaire to Ortiz. Ortiz to Salazar. Back to Hilaire. 20 on the shot clock. Hilaire gives it up, gets it back. 15 on the shot. Hilaire to Ortiz. Ortiz for 3. No good. Rebound. Tolman. Hilaire at the top of the key. Soft jumper for 2. No good. Rebound Tolman. Down low. Great pass. Oh, Fleury misses the layup. Rebound Woonsocket. Oh, and they give it up. And there is Salazar. And I think he got fouled. I think he's going to go to the line.
Nope, just out of bounds.
Just out of bounds. Ooh, I thought he got pushed. Okay, so Tolman ball trailing by 2. 62-60. 95 seconds to go in the game. In the first overtime. Ortiz falls down, gets back up. Fleury with the ball to Ortiz. Goes lefty, back to righty. Stop, pop, pass. Fleury for 3. No good.
Great
Rebound Ortiz. Kicks it back out. Number 32, Salazar for 3. Salazar with 5 in the overtime. 63-62 in favor of Tolman. Woonsocket with 66 seconds left in the first overtime. Bissonette with the ball.
Great defense.
Great defense. Ortiz all over Bissonette. Kicks over to Goncalves. 20 on the shot. Bissonette, Gerton playing. Woonsocket playing their 5 out. All the way to Bissonette. Bissonette for 3. Lefty 3. No good. Rebound Tolman. And Woonsocket backs off. Hilaire bringing the ball up, leading 63-62, 38 seconds to go in the first overtime.
27 on the shot clock.
Tolman not worried about the shot clock at all. It's Hilaire for 2. He's got 3 in the overtime. 23 for the game, 65-62, 20 seconds to go. And there's a timeout for Woonsocket. We'll stay right here, Pat. And fast-moving overtime. Tolman leading 65-62. 20 seconds exactly in the overtime. Shot clock is off. If you're Woonsocket, do you play for 3 for the last shot, or do you just keep playing your style, shoot when you can, and hope the defense steps up after you make your shot?
I don't know what they're going to do, and I don't want to even
Try
think
the
about
best color man in the business, folks.
Yeah, I mean, my guess is they're going to play for a 3. Maybe Goncalves, I thought he was going to stop and try to pop that right there, or they're going to try to feed it down low to Bryn again like they did at the end of the fourth quarter.
If they feed it to Bryn, then they're going to have to put a press on right away and get into the foul situation. I think they're going to just keep playing their offense, and as soon as something presents itself that they like, the clock will not matter, and they'll take the shot that they like. Now, if it takes all 20 seconds, it better be a 3. But anything, 15 seconds or less, it could be a 2 or a 3. And, putting either team at the line, both teams are around 50% at the line on the game. So putting both teams at the line is not the worst thing in the world either. 65-62 in favor of Tolman. Game 1 of the Holiday Classic.
To give, too, right?
They might have one more. They may have given them one more. No, it's the fourth quarter.
Yeah, 3.
I think the board's wrong. I've got them for. Oh, you're right. You know what?
3.
My board does have 3.
They haven't extended Woonsocket because they're already in the bonus, but
right, you're right.
So
they
got
3.
2. They got one they could give.
So if you're Tolman, you might look into fouling,
right?
But you just gotta be careful not while they're shooting. Either way, Goncalves with the ball, 14 seconds, still with the ball. Oh, Hernandez back in the game. First time back since his injury. Goncalves with the ball, 8 seconds.
There it is.
7 seconds. Hernandez, 5 seconds. Oh, great defense by Hilaire. He steals the ball, and that's going to do it. Game 1 is a final.
Great game.
65-62.
He had the screen. They set up the double screen, and Goncalves came back off of it. It was there, and he didn't take the pass. But good hands by Hilaire.
Great hands by Hilaire. We will take a quick break. We'll wrap up this game. We'll preview the next game. Final score from the campus of Cumberland High School. Game 1, Tolman 65, Woonsocket 62. We'll be back on 12.
Northern Rhode Island's youth starts with the Boys and Girls Clubs of Northern Rhode Island. They help children and teens reach their full potential through mentorships, academic support, healthy lifestyle programming, and leadership programs. The Boys and Girls Clubs of Northern Rhode Island provide critical resources for hundreds of youths each year. You can create opportunities for the next generation. To learn more or to donate to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Northern Rhode Island, visit bgcnri.org. The latest Buick and GMC models are available at Tasker Buick GMC in Woonsocket. Buick Encore, Envision, Enclave, and Envista are on the lot waiting for you to take one for a test drive. New GMC crossovers, SUVs, as well as trucks and vans are also available. Thinking of a pre-owned vehicle? Tasker Buick GMC has more than 900 in stock, many under $15,000. Visit online, TaskerBuickGMC.com, or stop into 55 Fortin Drive, Woonsocket. Tasker Buick GMC, you will be satisfied.
We're back here from Cumberland High School, the end of that first game. What a thrilling game. Tolman holds off Woonsocket.
Yeah, 65-62. And just adding up some numbers right now. Nicholas Flory with 6 points. Hasten Ortiz with 11 points. John Hilaire, 23 points, including 3 in overtime. As we are doing our math to catch things up, and people are walking up and down the stairs.
In front of us.
that will happen throughout the course of the game. Also with 2 points, KJ Federico for Tolman. Josiah Washington with 11 on the game. JC Ruiz with 4. And Bryant Salazar with 8, including 5 in overtime.
And a big 3 at the end of the game.
Huge 3, yes. For Woonsocket, Andrew Bissonette finishes the game with 9 points. Angel Hernandez, 11, 13, 14. and came back to play the last basically 10 seconds of the overtime after going down, what would we say, with about 2.5 minutes to go.
Correct.
In the fourth quarter. Basically, you can see it kind of like the heart and soul of the team.
Yep.
The whole team played very well together. Angel Hernandez was really making an impact in that game. For Douglas Goncalves, he had 13 points on the game, including 6 in the fourth quarter. Zayden Delgado finished the game with 2 points. Isaiah Gerton finished the game with 11 points, correct. Dimitri Bryn, 8 points for Bryn, including 4 in the fourth quarter.
With a big turnaround shot in the paint.
Yes.
And one which could have won the game, but he missed a foul shot.
Right, exactly. So Nyan Roman finished with 2, and Ivan Fau with 3. 65-62 in favor of Cumberland. Great game, great resilience by Woonsocket, making a big comeback, trailing by I think as many as 10 for sure, maybe as many as 11. Yeah, and Tolman, with a big lead, gives up the big lead. They fell down by 2 or 3 points late in the game, and then they made the comeback. Both teams showing resilience. Again, we talked about it, Pat. It's a huge springboard to the season. Woonsocket drops to 0-5 now on the season. However, they've got to, Tolman's a Division I team. They've got to take some positives out of this. Go win the consolation game tomorrow if you Woonsocket, and then jump board into 2025. For Tolman, 7-time champion of this tournament. They improved to 3-2 on the season. They won the Pawtucket tournament a week or so ago, and now are looking to be tournament champions again. They only win the tournaments. They're 2-2, right? They won 2 games in the Pawtucket tournament, and now they're winning this tournament. The crowd is filing in for Game 2. We got a big one coming up with Cumberland versus Lincoln.
Yep.
But do you have final thoughts on the Tolman Woonsocket before?
No, as you said, great game. Again, a tale of 2 halves, and I think Woonsocket really got back into the game by limiting their turnovers. I only have 8 turnovers in the whole second half, where they had about 15 in the first half. So, again, limit your turnovers, stop making your shots. And Tolman came out a little slow in the second half. They weren't hitting the shots they were hitting in the first. But a good game. And like you said, Woonsocket can certainly take something out of that game of a positive nature.
Okay, earlier today we had the pleasure of meeting with Brian Andrade and Jim Carney, the co-directors of the tournament and representatives of the Northern Rhode Island Boys and Girls Club. And we'd like to play at least half of that interview for you now at the half. When we come back, we'll preview the Cumberland and Lincoln game after the interview, and we'll have Game 2 for you on WOON 1240 AM, 99.5 FM, and WoonsocketRadio.com. And welcome back to Cumberland High School. We are between games 1 and 2 of the 51st Annual Northern Rhode Island Boys and Girls Club Roadshow Holiday Basketball Classic. We are joined by co-tournament directors Brian Andrade and Jim Carney. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Take your time out of your day to join us today, and we'll just jump right into it. What are the origins of the tournament, and how is Jim Cadden, as I mentioned off air, my former neighbor, how was he involved with the inception of the tournament?
Yeah, great question, Kevin. The tournament goes back to, obviously, to 1973, this being the 51st year, and it was started by the Boys and Girls Club of it was actually probably the Boys Club back in 1973.
Yes.
It ultimately became the Boys and Girls Club of Cumberland and Lincoln, and now is the Northern Rhode Island Boys and Girls Club. And Jim Cadden was the executive director of the Boys and Girls Club back then, and he and 2 of the other full-time staff that he had working at the Boys Club, Mike Keenan was the program director, and Jim Moslin was the athletic director, and that's Brian's role now at the Boys Club. Along with the board of directors, which included Dick Lynch, the former principal of the high school, and
that was my principal.
Okay, yeah. So when I was there, Dick was the vice principal. But they came together and they were looking to do something unique around a holiday tournament, and so they were really the founders of this tournament. At the time when it originated, 51 years ago, there were actually 8 teams in the tournament. So the current 4, Cumberland, Lincoln, Tolman, Woonsocket. And then in addition to that, Shea, Central Falls, Davies, and I'm trying to think of who the fourth tournament
was it Mount St. Charles?
Mount St. Charles, yes. They I think they might have been one of the original ones. They've been in the tournament for a while. So it was an 8-team tournament, and and I don't think, Brian, do you remember when it went from an 8 to a 4 team?
I don't. I came in 2018. It was already a 4-team tournament, mainly because with them being non-league, they only have so many games they can play.
Right.
Now with the new way it's set up, so they went down. They couldn't do the 8 because so many teams didn't want to remove so many games,
right,
and put them to one tournament.
And interesting this year, and I'll bring this up a little bit later, is these games now count as regular league games. I think it's the first time this year that they count as regular league games, and I've talked to some of the coaches about that already. So
yeah, it's actually kind of a benefit to Brian and I as we organize the tournaments, because, I mean, it is a commitment for the 4 schools to commit to playing 2 games and potentially give up 9 league games they could pick up somewhere else. And I think that was a lot of the reason why it went from an 8-team tournament to a 14 tournament. And, but for the first several years, it was an 8-team tournament. And that became too much of a commitment, I think, for some of the schools. So the schools I mentioned, St. Ray's, who was one of the ones I couldn't remember, St. Ray's, Shea, Central Falls, Davies, and then some years you had Mount, other years you didn't. It kind of dropped out, and we're looking to fill that commitment, because at that time with an 8-team tournament you had to commit to 3 games.
Right.
So it was a big deal when the Interscholastic League limits the number of games you can play.
Yes.
And so, in fact, Brian and I talked about a couple of years ago for the 50th tournament. We were talking about, could we get back just for 1 year last year the original 8 teams, but it wasn't going to work out.
Right. And you need the cooperation of all the athletic directors, all the coaches, and then the timing of everything and what they may have already committed to already in previous years. It's
right. There was a lot of logistical things. Right. You're talking 3 nights now. Instead of starting at 6, we're starting at like 2, 3 o'clock, because you have to do 4 games in a row. So there's a lot of logistical things that just didn't really work out last year. But
But it's a great 4-team tournament. I love doing the history on it. Pat, you want to take the next question?
Yeah, with this being the 51st year, some people say this is the best tournament in the state. Obviously, it's been around for.
We like to think so,
but it's been around for a long time. What do you think makes it, that is it the location, the schools, the rivalries of the towns?
I think it's the rivalries. When you got, especially when you do the matchups, and before this year, Jim and I did the matchups for the last 5. So to see it, and no matter what, when you have a Cumberland and a Lincoln playing the first night, that's always great. Or even you have Cumberland versus Woonsocket, the combinations just make it. There's always going to be at least one rivalry game, and then also the championship could be so much intense. I remember the last couple we had. I think Tolman was a shocker team that really came out of nowhere and played really well. Lincoln, the last couple has been phenomenal with,
they've been a powerhouse.
Gatorade Player of the Year last year, Wayne McNamara, and then they still have a phenomenal team this year as well.
They do.
So I think it's also the talent in the tournament is what also brings it too, because you see those teams that really do show in their respective divisions.
Yeah, it's certainly the longest running tournament in the state. And Brian and I were kind of poking around last year as part of the 50th anniversary to see really where it falls in New England. In our research, and this is Google research, the best we could do, we found that it probably is the longest consecutive running tournament in New England.
I was looking
boys
as well,
basketball
and
tournament.
it seems like it is, and just talking to some other people prior, everyone seems to be in agreement. So unless somebody else steps forward, we're in the state of Rhode Island, which I don't think is going to happen. This is the longest running basketball tournament in the state, in now 51 years. When did it occur to you, Jim or Brian? This is something special. Coaches, administrators, players. Now, at 51 years, people are looking forward to this tournament.
Yeah. So, as background, I actually played in the first tournament.
Okay.
So in 1973, as a junior in high school, and that's kind of the reason why I got back involved, like 12 or 13 years ago. I can't remember now. And then Brian, when he came into his role, and he's been a great partner. And really does a lot of the legwork, and in raising my kids over the previous 40 years or so, I didn't have the time, but then as my kids got older, myself and a friend of mine, David Walsh, we said, we both played in the original tournament. Why don't we? And we were intimately involved in the boys club growing up, so we wanted to get back involved and do something. We thought this was a neat way to do it.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. No, it's again, everyone seems to be rallying around it. Everyone really seems to like this tournament, and it seems like they're looking forward to it as well. So you had mentioned Dick Lynch earlier. Did he have a pivotal role in the creation of it? You mentioned he was the assistant principal, but I know he used to be a basketball referee.
Yeah, I mean, kind of a legendary basketball referee in the state of Rhode Island, and even Dick had refereed college games.
Right.
Dick was part of the board of directors at the time, and obviously definitely a sports guy, and been involved in basketball, and so him and Jim Cadden, who were very close at the time, they were just looking for something to do that was different. There were really none of the teams were playing holiday tournaments at the time back in 1973. And so they were, as I mentioned earlier, they were incredibly instrumental in getting this off the ground. And then staying involved for several years after that, as they both, Jim moved on from the boys club. But, that's definitely Dick was a huge contributor to this tournament.
Did he ever ref any of the games early on in your tournament? Do you remember?
That's a great question. I don't recall if he did or didn't.
Yeah.
But a lot of I think of some of the referees that we have, and a lot of them do contribute their time to the tournament.
Sure.
Over the years, I don't remember Carl LeBranch.
I remember the name.
He was the aquatics director at the Boys and Girls Club back in the day. Ended up being the tennis coach at Providence College.
Oh, wow.
Also reffed in the Big East, but he's done reffing in the tournament. Chris Bohack, a Cumberland guy who's been refereeing high school basketball for 20-something years. He donates his time and usually does at least one game in the tournament. But I can't remember if Dick at the time had ever reffed in the tournament. I'm going to assume he probably did.
Right, at some point.
Yes.
And one of my other teachers at Cumberland High School at the time, Frank Iannetta, was also a referee, I believe, in doing NCAA women's games when it came to Providence. Did he ever ref any games for you?
I would say, and even in the last 6 years that I've been there, Frank's refed at least 1 or 2 years.
Which
was because
Frank
remember
was
him
at the
from
tournament last year, if I remember, Brian.
He was.
I don't know if he refed or just came by.
He might have refed the first one and then stuck around, but he's been here and there throughout the last 6 years that I've been there for the tournament.
He's a funny guy. He's
another boys club guy.
Yes.
Who worked at as a college guy, worked at the boys club in various roles when he was much younger, obviously.
Right. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue with Brian Andrade and Jim Carney, co-directors of the 51st annual basketball tournament. We will be back here on 99.5 FM, 1240 AM, and WoonSocketRadio.com right after this.
If it's finally time for a snowblower, then you need to head to DePault Hardware in Cumberland. Husqvarna has a snowblower promotion January 9th through February 9th. Purchase a Husqvarna ST100 or ST200 snowblower and receive a $100 rebate. Or purchase a Husqvarna ST300 snowblower and receive a $200 rebate. Exclusions apply. Visit DePault Hardware, 2000 Menden Road, Sciabra Plaza, Cumberland for more information and to see the in-stock Husqvarna snowblowers. DePaultHardware.com.
And live from Cumberland High School, we are minutes away from Game 2. Pat, before we get into the preview of Lincoln versus Cumberland, they got a tough act to follow after Tolman beat Woonsocket 65-62 in overtime.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the records coming into that first game, and you think, there's no way Woonsocket was going to be in that game, and then, here we are, overtime, But
well, especially when you play the game that Woonsocket lost to Central big and Tolman beat Central big. So you make the assumption that Tolman's going to beat Woonsocket big, and well, overtime, and here we are, 65-62. There's a gentleman in our way with slippers. Pretty much can stand anywhere here at Cumberland High School, but there. So as we go into this game, 2 1-3 teams. Lincoln last year champions, finished the year 26-1. They're the 2-time defending champion of this tournament. However, during their preseason, they lost their leading scorer, returning player, D1 hopeful, Josh Bergeron, suffered a season-ending ACL injury. He's expected to make a full recovery and be back for Coach Wilner next season. So Lincoln, they play a similar style offense as Tolman, the 5-out. But after talking to Coach Wilner, he's looking for their team to find their identity and is really looking forward to this tournament, coming in as a 1-3 to make their identity known in this tournament. And again, we talked about it in game 1, springboard their season.
Right.
It's so yeah, your thoughts on
they're 1-3 coming into this game, all relatively close games. Their most recent loss was a 48-36 loss, which obviously clearly
Coach Wilson said we just couldn't put the ball in the hoop.
Put the ball in net.
Sometimes it is that simple.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, it's always tough to lose your leading scorer, probably a third of their points.
20 points.
Yeah,
he was averaging 20 points a game. I mean, you just don't replace 20 points.
Yeah.
Plus, Coach Wilson is saying when you lose a player of that ilk, the rest of the team, they're down on themselves because they just lost their player. So now they got to learn, come together, the old Bill Belichick, next man up. Cumberland also 1-3. They've played tough in their losses. They had a big win over Johnson. They just played LaSalle the other night, the number 1 team in the state, and prohibitive favorites to win the state tournament. Young team, injuries to start their year. They're led by Ben James, 19.25 points a game. Dylan Briere, 12.25 points per game. Don't sleep on Raheem Corhom, 8 points a game, and Owen Rogers, 6 points a game. It's their tournament. They lost in the finals last year to Lincoln. I think they want a little revenge this year.
Yeah, and as their coach said, they're just starting to get some bodies back in the lineup. They're relatively young, not a lot of varsity experience. Some of their younger players are getting more playing time this season. Some sophomore starters. So they're looking to start to grow into this next portion of the season, using this tournament as, again, we've used this word a lot, springboard into that hit. Let's get some good basketball under our belts, and we'll see how things progress.
Right, we are moments away. We're going to turn our seats around as we get the starters for tonight's game. Game 2. Cumberland High School Clippers hosting this tournament. Here come the Lincoln starters. Ace Cody for Lincoln, the senior. Gianni Pagios, the junior. Nicholas Bojek, a junior. Sorry, I missed that name. What number is that? Thomas Aluzzi?
Andrew Bacozzi, I think it was.
Andrew Bacozzi. Okay, they move pretty quick on that.
And I believe it was Jarrett O'Hagan.
Okay, so we'll make Brahim Krohom, number 1 for Cumberland. Ben Jans, number 3 for Cumberland. Dylan Briere, wearing number 5, the junior. James Johnson, number 11, the junior. And Owen Rogers wearing number 20. They are coached by Tyler Calabro. Lincoln is coached by Jeremy Wilner.
Got the cheerleaders doing backflips by me. I got a little scared there for a second.
We will pause for a moment for the playing of our national anthem. We are moments away from the opening tip-off. Pat, this game slightly different in the sense that Cumberland is the only team not to play a consistent 5-out offense. They like to go 4-out with a big down low to feed him. Obviously there's a lot of similarities, ball movement and motion, but where the other teams are putting 5-out, and there's no more traditional 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everyone is expected to be able to dribble the ball, shoot the ball, and pass the ball. Cumberland might be just a little bit different here with that 4-out with the 1 down low. The down low person may not be expected to handle the ball as much, but basically finish his bunnies. We do have referees tonight. They have names. Chris Bohat and Paul Semenkow are our referees for tonight's Game 2. Winner of this game will face Tolman in the championship, 51st annual championship, where we understand there will be some bling. Tip-off underway, and Lincoln controls. Lincoln wearing their blue tops, blue bottoms, white stripes down the side. Cumberland kind of like a pinstripe uniform, mostly in white with blue numerals. Controlling the ball is Gianni Pagios. The ball does go through him. He is their leader, their guard. They go down low to number 23, Jared O'Hagan. No good. Rebound goes to Benjamin. How do they say his name? Johns? Number 3, Benjamin Johns. Nice pass to Dylan Briere.
Jans? Yeah, I think I had 20 on that rebound. No?
Okay.
Did you? Owen Rogers?
Yep. Okay, Ace Cody with the ball. Tries to get it over to Andre Picozzi. Picozzi with the ball. Back to Pagios. Pagios looking to create. Guarded heavily by Carhone. Kick back out. 15 on the shot clock to Cody. Resets. Finds somebody on the right sideline. Is good. We have our first point of the game. Is Nicholas Bocek has 3, and Lincoln has the early 3-0 lead. 6:55 to go in the first quarter. We're just underway, Game 2 here on the campus of Cumberland High School. They spread out Cumberland. They got 3 guys cluttered on the left side. James Johnson with the ball. Gets into the paint. Down low to number 20. Little lefty layup for Owen Rogers is good. And his first 2 points of the game. Cumberland is on the board.
It's a left-handed shot I was looking for in the first game.
Exactly. Lincoln controlling the ball. Ace Cody with the ball. Kicks it out to Picozzi. Picozzi back to Pagios. Blocked by the referee. There's Cody for 3. No good. Rebound Cumberland.
Owen Rogers again. I had that his second.
Good positioning on his rebound. Good box out in right place, right time as well. Briere kind of gets away with almost a kickball there. Goes to number 11, Johnson. James Johnson from a shot. 2-pointer from the free throw line is good. And Cumberland with the early 4-3 lead. 5:52 to go in the first quarter. Cumberland leading 4-3. Ace Cody with the ball. Both teams kind of try to find themselves here, get into a rhythm. 3-point attempt is good. Number 3, Nicholas Bocek, and guess who has 6 points for Lincoln? Leading scorer.
Someone might want to guard him outside the arc.
2 for 2 from 3-point land is Nicholas Bocek. 6-4 in favor of Lincoln. They kick it out to Carhome down low. No good is for Carhome. Miss. 6-4. Oh, and a nice, good layup attempt. Doesn't go. Gets the ball back, and that one goes for Gianni Pagios. His first 2, and the score is 8-4. Now Lincoln putting a little full-court man-to-man press right now. Not too much pressure. Setting a pick is number 11, James Johnson. Coming up the court is number 5, Dylan Briere. Briere kicks it over to Johns. Carhome. Back to Briere. Briere goes high off the glass and good. Dylan Briere for his first 2. 8-6. Foul on Lincoln. Team first. We'll see who they give that to. They haven't announced it yet. Did you see who?
Briere at the line, shooting 1.
Shooting 1 for Briere. And that is good. 8-7. They did not announce. They were announcing fouls in the first game.
Yeah.
Maybe in between quarters or so we can get our halftime. We can get a foul update.
Get a little shift change.
Yeah. Oh, almost a travel there. You hear the couple of fans behind us wanting a travel. Ace Cody with the ball. Over to Bochuk. Back to Cody. Cody drives hard in for the basket. His first 2 points. Lincoln leads 10-7. Johns over to Johnson. Loses the handle. Lincoln has the ball. Turnover for Cumberland. Lincoln back in transition the other way. 3 attempt for Pagios. No good. Rebound Cumberland, and they lose the handle on the ball again. Stays inbounds. Back to Rogers. Briere tries to settle things down, but a long 3 attempt is no good by Johns, right? Johns, you're right. Jans. I got it right there. J-A-N-Z, Jans. There's an H in there, I'm just not going to pronounce it. 5, takes a shot by Cozy, no good. Lincoln leading 10-7, 3:38 to go in the first quarter. Fast-moving first quarter. Briere with the ball. Setting a pick is Johnson. Briere tries to get around it. Rogers with the ball at the top, looking to drive. Loses the handle, and another turnover for Cumberland early. Buchak with the ball, and now a pressure by Cumberland deep. Lincoln gets it over the timeline with a second or 2 to spare.
They got Corjon on that.
Corjon. All right, Brahim Corjon, his first, team first. They announced that one, so we'll just have to catch up whenever they announce whoever got the first foul. Whenever they announce his second, we'll know that's who it was on. They reset the shot clock to 35. Lincoln with the ball. 3:10 to go in the first quarter. Lincoln leading 10-7. A 3-point attempt by Brochuk, his first miss of the day. He has 6 of the 10. Rebound Cumberland.
Jans with his second rebound.
Jans over to Briere. Briere to Johnson. Johnson back to Briere. He looks down low to Corjon. Ooh, did he get away with a travel?
Nope,
no, he did not.
Traveling violation, Lincoln ball.
Did Jeremy Willen call that foul? Right. Call that travel, and the referee listened to him.
That's Cumberland's 3rd turnover.
Kind of a mini press by Cumberland. Lincoln has the numbers. They got about 5 more seconds to get over the timeline. They do. 25 now on the shot clock, and Pagios goes up for a shot, but he was fouled. Not sure if they're going to call the foul in the front or the foul from the back, but either way, that'll be Cumberland's second foul.
Cumberland family, number 1 for Corjon.
That's his second.
That's his second, and team's second. Pagios is at the line.
Shooting 2.
And misses the first one.
Jeremy Johnson subbed in for Owen Rogers for Cumberland.
Yep, go ahead.
Emmett Carr subbing in for Corjon, who has 2 fouls.
So imagine we won't see him again until the second quarter. Last thing you want is to pick up your 3rd foul this early in the game. Second attempt is good. 1 for 2.
2 Johnsons on the court now for Cumberland.
Oh boy. Well, we should get the last name right then. Johnson, number 11, and shot is no good.
That's
rebound Lincoln.
James Johnson.
Lincoln in transition in the other direction. Long 3 by Cody, no good.
Jans with his 3rd rebound for Cumberland.
And that goes down low to Carr. Carr kicks it out to Johnson. Johnson for 2, no good. James. Lincoln, number 11 with the rebound, Brian Google. And Pagios looking to drive, kicks it back out to Picozzi. Picozzi, nothing there as he drives in. Long 3 attempt for number 2, Pagios, and that is good. He has 6 this quarter. Lincoln now leads 14-7. A 2 and a 3 and a free throw for Pagios, giving him 6. James Johnson, he takes a 3. Nice backspin, and the 3 goes. James Johnson with 5 this quarter. 14-10 in favor of Lincoln. A minute 24 to go in the first quarter. Another long 3 for Pagios. No good.
Jans with the rebound for Cumberland, his 4th.
Are you just hitting play? Because you keep saying that. And a 3 for Jeremy Johnson on his first attempt. 14-13, cutting the lead back down to 1 with 1 minute to go in the first quarter.
Still, Cumberland still showing pressure.
Pagios to Picozzi. Was that blocked? I was blocked by the ref, so I couldn't tell if it was a pass or a shot. But this Pagios for a long three for the top, misses. Rebound Briere, 42 seconds, trailing by 1, 14-13. Briere trying to make a move, guarded well by Picozzi. Jeremy Johnson over to Emmett Carr. Emmett Carr to Jans. Jans to James Johnson. 15 on the shot. 21 on the game clock. And that ball will stay with Cumberland with 10 on the shot clock, 18 on the game clock, so an 8-second differential. Something that we didn't see too often as Aiden Reed checking in for Cumberland, checking out Jeremy Johnson. We didn't see the shot clock come into play too often, just once in game one.
Right, late in the game.
Late in the game as well. Emmett Carr with the ball, 8 on the shot. Dylan Briere with 5 on the shot. 3 on the shot. And they take a long three, does Jans, misses. Cumberland gets the rebound. There's 4 seconds left in the quarter. 2 seconds left in the quarter. They do not get a shot off. They don't know how much time is left in the quarter. Did not have a clock awareness. So we're at the end of the first quarter. Lincoln leading 14-13. We'll be back right after this on WOON AM and FM.
Make plans now before the cold weather arrives to get to Inferno Audio so they can install a remote car starter in your vehicle. Inferno Audio is the best place in Rhode Island for remote car starters. Since Keith opened his doors, he has always strongly believed you should only buy something once. That's why Inferno Audio stands behind all their installations for life. Get a remote car starter today and get it professionally installed by the experts at Inferno Audio, 160 Clinton Street on the corner of Worrell Street, Woonsocket. For more than 50 years, Cumberland House of Pizza has been serving freshly baked pizzas, grinders, seafood, salads, and more. All grinders are served oven hot, but if you want yours cold, just let them know. Every Friday at Cumberland House of Pizza, they have their seafood specials, including fish and chips, fried shrimp, fried scallops, Rhode Island calamari, and more. Cumberland House of Pizza, 2360 Mendon Road, just south of Cumberland High School. See their entire menu online at chopsri.com.
And welcome back. You hear the buzzer sound. We are moments away from the second quarter starting. Scoring leaders for both teams. Dylan Briere for Cumberland with 3. James Johnson with 5. Owen Rogers with 2. Jeremy Johnson with 3 for a 13-point total for Lincoln, who has 14. Ace Cody with 2. Gianni Pagios and Nicholas Buchak both have 6. Cumberland starts the second quarter with the ball going right to left across your radio, your TV, your tablet, your phone, whatever. However you watch us, your computer. James Johnson with the ball. Goes over to Brahim Cajon. Cajon for 3. No good. Rebound Lincoln. Lincoln comes away with it. Pagios, he's been all over the court in the first quarter. There's a long 3. Number 5. Andre Picozzi. No good. Down low. Nice pass down low to James Johnson for an easy layup for 2. He's got 7.
Jans with his 5th rebound of the game and a nice dish.
Cumberland, I think it's the first lead of the game at 15-14 with 7:15 to go in the second quarter. Ace Cody with the ball at the top of the key over to Picozzi. Cumberland staying in there, man-to-man defense, putting a little bit of pressure on the ball. Picozzi with the ball, 12 on the shot. Pagios over to O'Hagan. O'Hagan to Buchak. Back to Pagios, 5 on the shot. And Pagios with the bucket there. He has 8. 16-15 in favor of Lincoln. 6:45 to go in the second quarter.
Nice take with a lefty finish.
Love to see that. Dylan Briere with the ball, trying to drive himself. Finds a lane and gets the basket. Dylan Briere now has 5. Cumberland retakes the lead, 17-16. 6:26 to go in the second quarter. Andre Picozzi over to Buchak. Buchak to Pagios. All the way back to Buchak again. Cody with the ball. He finds a lane. Nice right hand reverse layup. He's got 4. And Cody gives Lincoln the lead, 18-17. Just over 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. We expect to be joined by good friend Brendan McGarrett at halftime. Nice up and under layup for Brahim Corhone for his first 2 of the game. Cumberland now leads 19-18 in this seesaw back and forth battle. Longtime rivals play together. They play on different teams. They play different high schools. Play together over the summer sometimes. AAU. Ace Cody with the ball. Buchuk back to Cody. Finds a lane. Goes in for a nice lefty layup. He's got 4 this quarter.
And too easy.
Too easy. And I think because of that, we timeout Cumberland. They'll take a timeout. We'll take a timeout with the score 20-15 in favor, 20-19 in favor of Lincoln. We will be back on WOON right after this.
Remember when you went into an insurance agency and they treated you with respect? At Hunter Insurance, you'll find the courtesy and politeness of those early days, but you'll also find the insurance coverage designed to protect you from the risks of today. Protect your life with a plan designed to fit your needs and budget from Hunter Insurance, the best insurance value in northern Rhode Island, 389 Old River Road in Manville. Call 769-9500.
Coming back.
And we're back. Still in a timeout, as previously mentioned before we went to break. Brendan McGarrett, good friend, Brendan McGarrett will join us at halftime with his thoughts on this tournament and his thoughts on this game. Seesaw battle so far, Pat, 20-19 in favor of Lincoln. Neither team really getting an edge on the other team.
No, and it was good timeout by Cumberland. The last couple possessions, Lincoln's gotten into that lane fairly easy, so call a timeout, settle things down.
Reset the defense, maybe.
Reset the defense, yep.
Maybe do a little bit better job on help defense, because that lane is just, it's there. And in Ace Cody and Gianni Pagios taking advantage in the early stages of the second quarter with those easy layups. Full court press now by Lincoln, still staying in their man press. Cumberland breaks the press pretty easily. Cornholm kind of blocked. There we go. One of the Jeremy Johnson misses a shot, and Lincoln goes out of bounds off of Cumberland, I think is what happened there. Yep. So Lincoln will take over. 5:12 to go in the second quarter. Lincoln leading 20-19. Jacob Lazat with the ball. He gets it back to Pagios. Pagios to Buchuk. Back to Cody with the jump stop. And there's a long 3 by Buchuk. Misses. Rebound Cumberland.
Corhone with his second rebound.
He's got 2 so far on the game. 20-19 Lincoln. Jans with the ball over to Briere. 20 on the shot. Jeremy Johnson down low and misses on the shot, but gets his own rebound. Is number 20, Owen Rogers, for 2, and he's got 4 on the game. Cumberland now leads 21-20, 4:25 to go, second quarter. 51st annual Holiday Classic here on the campus of Cumberland High School. Pagios with the ball, trying to create. Gets it over to Cody. Nice pick. And they're trying to drive the lane, and no travel, huh? Okay. Keep playing, they said. 15 on the shot. And a nice bucket there by number 33, Jacob Lazat, his first 2 of the game.
Yeah, they brought Lazat in off the bench after that timeout. A little bit more size, as is Brian Google. They got 2 big men in now for Lincoln.
As mentioned, Cumberland wants to play 4 out, which means they like to keep a big down low. And a 3 for Jans, his first 3 of the game. Did he call bank? Because I got a rule.
I did hear it.
If you call bank, you get 4. But if you don't call bank, you only get credit for 2. That's my rule I want to put in there. And there's a 3 by Pagios. He's got 5 this quarter. He's got 11 on the game. Lincoln now leads 25-24, 3:18 to go, second quarter. Starting to see who Lincoln is relying on for scoring so far. Down low, layup no good, but fouled is Corhone.
Looks like Pagios.
Okay, so that's his first. And just a team first, right? Okay.
And not a lot of fouls.
No, not a lot.
Just the difference between the 2 games, right? First game, a lot of turnovers, a lot of fouls. Second game, just a little bit cleaner offensive sets with ball movement.
Yeah, it almost seemed like there was a little bit more nervousness on the 2 teams in the first game. Misses both. And Lincoln with the rebound. Buchek got the rebound. Up comes the floor now is Ace Cody. Ace Cody looking for that lane. They come in with a nice job of collapsing that lane. Forces a long three by Google. He misses. Cumberland comes away with the ball. Briere brings it up the court. 2:50 to go. And he takes a long three. No good for Briere. Quick transition back the other way. Nice spin move there down low. Nice look and a layup. Good and one. Brian Google with the two. 27-24. I think that foul is going to be on
Jans.
Jans, you are correct. His first.
Team first.
Team first.
Re-entering for Cumberland, number 11, James Johnson.
27-24, trying to extend the lead and complete the and one and extend the lead to 4. Does 28-24. 2:37 to go in the second quarter. Cumberland with the ball. Dylan Briere brings it up on the right side. Long three attempt is good.
Jans, his second.
Jans, his second three of the quarter. He has 6 on the game.
6 points, 5 rebounds for Jans.
28-27 in favor of Lincoln. There's a long three from the right side. No good. Tip. Coming down with the ball is Owen Rogers. I think that was Google on that three attempt. Out to Johnson. Johnson kicks it out to Owen Rogers. Owen Rogers looking for a lane. Lane closes. They kick it out to Briere. Briere with the soft jumper. No good.
Great rebound.
Great rebound and a fresh shot clock, but they don't use it. Here's a three for Briere. Can't hit the 2, but hits the 3. He's got 5 this quarter. 30-28 in favor of Cumberland. Briere now has 8 on the game, 5 this quarter. Ace Cody, he got bumped as a shot, no call, and that ball goes out of bounds. Cumberland ball with 1:29 to go. A couple players checking in. Number 10, Aiden Reed, and number 5, Dylan Briere, checking back in for Cumberland and Lincoln respectively. Brahim bringing the ball up the court. So pick and roll. They are going to call an offensive foul against number 10, Bryce Gomes.
Welcome to the game. He's officially on the stat sheet.
Basically, his first foul, team second. Set the pick, but it was a moving pick. You cannot do that, except for Mansfield, Massachusetts. That's another story for another state. I'm not bitter. Timeout, Lincoln, with 1:12 to go in the second quarter. They'll take a timeout. We'll take a timeout with the score 30-28 in favor of Cumberland. You're listening and watching on the WOON Facebook page, YouTube page, and WoonSocketRadio.com.
Own your skill. Own your process. Own your taste. Own your goals. Own your pride. Own your credit union. Our customers are our owners. Our customers are our business owners. Navigant Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
Welcome to Colette's Furniture.
Make sure you ask about our 1-year financing option. Make sure to come down and check out Colette's Furniture's family-owned new showroom now, 598 Wood Ave in Socket. Hope to see you soon.
And we're back. There was a Lincoln possession where the ball went out of bounds off a Lincoln shot by Pagios. Cumberland now takes the ball out. There's 28 seconds to go in the half. Cumberland leading 30-28. There is the shot clock and the game clock are pretty much synced up, so I think the shot clock is off. And Cumberland might be playing for last shot with 16 seconds to go in the half. Down to 15. Corhone, no, it goes up with a righty and a nice little finger roll. He's got 4 all in this quarter. Cumberland leads 32-28. Now with 5 seconds, 3 seconds. Ace Cody with the ball. And he's fouled by Bryce Gomes. His second. Technically, the team had a foul to give if they determined he was done shooting. It's not the worst foul in the world. So Lincoln has 1 second. Checking in for Lincoln is Jared O'Hagan. So basically, you're looking at a catch and shoot here, Pat.
Yeah.
Somebody's got a flash catch and shoot with 1 second. Cody gets a shot out of the basket, will not count. Basket does not go anyway. So we are at the half. Cumberland 32, Lincoln 28. Fast moving first half. Pat, your thoughts before we go to break?
Yeah, as I mentioned in the last break, just a cleaner brand of basketball, right?
Than game one.
Yeah,
yes.
than game one. A lot less fouls, hitting more shots. But I'm impressed by both teams. Cumberland's playing well. They're hitting their shots. They're rebounding well. And Lincoln clearly, I don't know what the player that got hurt, who's out for the season. I don't know. My assumption is he's a post player because they seem to be.
It was
not as deep there.
We'll get his name back. We'll have it for you.
They're shooting well from outside the perimeter.
Yeah, it was Josh Bergeron out for the year and making up for his 20 points. Fast-moving game. We'll take a break. We're at the half. When we come back, we'll have our friend Brendan McGear on, and he'll have some thoughts for us on this tournament. His score, 32-28 in favor of Cumberland. You're watching and listening on WOON Radio.com.
Priding themselves on providing expert legal counsel with a personalized touch, Zamorelli Law Offices of Pawtucket has a team of dedicated attorneys committed to navigating the complexities of the legal system to ensure the best possible outcome for you. Zamorelli Law Offices is your trusted partner in legal matters, striving to deliver comprehensive solutions tailored to meet your unique needs. Zamorelli Law Offices, 40 Power Road, Pawtucket. Visit them on Facebook.
You can still let me know when I'm back? And welcome back. We are at the half, about 8 minutes away from second half action, tipping off. Brendan McGear, welcome. We're going to turn around. We're going to look at Joe Callahan on camera. We'd like to thank Joe Callahan, Dave Richards, and the whole WOON crew, and for producing and putting this event together for us here on WOON. Brendan, you got here late in the end of game one, but you saw the exciting conclusion.
Yeah, it was a great, surprising conclusion in my book. Woonsocket, kind of a rebuilding situation. They dropped down from D1 to D2.
Yep.
Tolman moving up to D1. Thought they had more of the advantage in terms of the backcourt, but from the sounds of it, it was very close, very competitive, and needed overtime to decide it.
Yeah, and we played the game of Central beat Woonsocket, Tolman beat Central, so we played the old Tolman's going to beat Woonsocket, maybe not handily, but enough. And Woonsocket showed some great resilience in their comeback. They were down by 10 at the half, and great third quarter of back and forth seesaw battle. Your thoughts early here on this game? Also another seesaw battle here, 32-28 at the half in favor of Cumberland.
I'm sure you guys have the stats, but it felt like the lead changed hands at least maybe half dozen times.
Yeah, in the first quarter, it just kept going back. 1 point lead for either team. Who are the standout players in your mind? Who are the players that people coming to the championship game they should be looking out for, either from Tolman now, or who do you see out of Cumberland and Lincoln?
Well, I like to start with Lincoln. Ace Cody, the senior point guard, number 0. I thought he was very impressive in terms of getting into the lane, also finishing and also creating for others. And you did see Cumberland go to a little bit of a zone there at the end of the first half. On the flip side, you got to go with the other senior, Ben Jansen, URI baseball commit. I'm sure he had about probably 4 3-pointers at least.
Yes.
It just seems that anyone on this Cumberland team, they had the green light to shoot, and as a player, that's certainly music to your ears.
And the only thing we found interesting, talking to the 4 coaches prior to the tournament starting, 3 of the 4 coaches like to play the 5-out offense. Cumberland, they like to go 4 out, and they like to keep somebody down low. Do you see that playing any differently? We thought we saw some different substitutions from Lincoln based on maybe going with a little bit bigger line. lineup at times.
Well, neither Tolman nor Lincoln or Cumberland, they don't have tremendous size, and that kind of speaks to sometimes 4 out, 5 out, but you got to have somebody down low. Maybe not necessarily to throw the ball into to keep defense honest, but offensive rebounder purposes. You need to maybe get those, cherry pick those easy points, so to speak, and have someone down there. That's imperative. And I'm a little bit surprised. I thought that Cumberland might have gone a little bit more fast break up tempo. I saw them earlier this year. They were very quick to press and try to generate easy scores off their turnovers. Maybe we'll see them in the second half. It is the first of back-to-back nights, so maybe you want to conserve a little bit of energy, knowing who awaits you on Saturday night, which we know right now is Tolman.
And new this year, this tournament in the past, I guess past 50 years, has never really counted towards overall records or RPI index. This year, these games count towards the overall record, counts towards the RPI. All the teams, Tolman comes in at 2-2. Woonsocket was 0-4. Both of these teams are 1-3. Pat and I have been discussing it all night. This is a springboard to 2025, basically a playoff push, with all the teams kind of struggling to start their season. Would you agree?
Oh, absolutely. And I feel like, what you do right now, this last week in December, it could impact you come February in terms of your RPI sync. You and I talked about the RPI perspective from a football angle ad nauseum throughout the season. Now we're seeing it now for basketball, and it's almost like you're trying to get those points now and just put them in the bank. It's almost like future stocks almost, where you gain them and you sit on them, and hopefully by February they have matured as a bond, and now it's time to use them.
And I'm sure Tolman was probably nervous of losing to Woonsocket, a Division II team, because of the RPI, whereas Woonsocket was only going to help their chances as a D2 going up against any D1 teams. Now, obviously, Woonsocket's going to play 2 Division I teams, so they're hopeful. They're going to come out of this ahead of the game by playing the stronger opponents in Division I.
And that can definitely help them in terms of their D2 picture right now. But right now, the one team that might be in good position is maybe the winner of this game, because you at least you played a D1 team, and Tolman's winning your wings. That's another D1 game. You grab 2 D1 wins right before the end of the year, and like you said, both teams are to slow starts in terms of the win-loss record. That's almost an early New Year's gift, so to speak, or a late Christmas gift.
Yeah, that's why we keep saying that springboard is just going to you just jump into 2025 on a little bit of a roll. Whoever wins this tournament, 2 in a row, back to 3-3, and then with the whole second half of the season awaiting you. So it's now, how many years have you covered this tournament?
Oh, well, next year will be 20 years for me at the Times Call. So I guess I think the only one we didn't do was the COVID year.
COVID year, wow. So you're a regular.
I'm a regular at this event. It used to be 3 nights. It used to be an 8-team event.
Yes.
And we probably the last, maybe 10 years or so, it's been this 4-team arrangement, which is great. Cumberland, Lincoln, 2 natural close rivals, Woonsocket close by, and Tolman. I think it's a great term in terms of the makeup, and I think adding that RPI quotient only adds more spice to it.
Definitely adds some spice to it. You got a good crowd here. We had a decent crowd for Tolman and Woonsocket as well in the first game, and we expect a huge crowd. We'll be covering the championship game tomorrow night, which will start approximately 7:30 or so after the consolation game. So we're very excited. We found out this is the first time being broadcast either on radio and or streaming, so we're very excited.
Well, kudos to you and Pat, and obviously Dave Richards for getting this on here and expanding the footprint for high school sports in the Blackstone Valley.
Yeah, no, this is great. We had Brian Andrade and Jim Carney on as well. Brendan, thank you so much for joining us at the half. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Same to you guys.
Thank you, appreciate it. When we come back, we'll have second half action for you live from Cumberland High School, with Cumberland leading 32-28. We'll be back right after these messages.
Their full potential through mentorships, academic support, healthy lifestyle programming, and leadership programs. The Boys and Girls Clubs of Northern Rhode Island provide critical resources for hundreds of youths each year. You can create opportunities for the next generation. To learn more or to donate to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Northern Rhode Island, visit bgcnri.org.
State Line Service and Tire Center is a third-generation family business that believes in repairing your vehicle properly and efficiently the first time. In addition, they provide a full complement of preventive services like checking batteries, belts and hoses, exhaust, headlight restoration, emission testing, and engine light pop-ups. Their ASE-certified technicians are right up to date with the latest technology. Vehicle problems are their business. State Line Service and Tire Center, 1209 Social Street, Woonsocket, 765-0146.
And we're back.
Sorry, I was talking to the referees there. What's that? Oh, I heard. Yeah, we talked about Josh Bergeron with the referee, and what unfortunate. You always hate to hear about injuries to anybody, but when a team is reliant on a player, by all accounts, great kid. He's here on crutches. Always good to see supporting your team. I wouldn't have expected anything less.
Sure,
but to lose a high school season, I mean. Yeah, you only get 4 of them, and to lose one, it's just heartbreaking. I don't care if it's a freshman, JV, or varsity level, but it's just heartbreaking. So, best of luck to Josh Bergeron as he recovers from his injury. Great to see he's here on crutches supporting his teammates.
Did you recap stats?
Not really.
Quick rundown of the stats for Lincoln. We got Ace Cody with 6, Gianni Pagios with 11, Nick Bojuk with 6. Brian Google with 3, Jake Lazat with 2. And for Cumberland, Raheem Cornhome with 4, Benjamin Jans with 6, Dylan Briere with 8, James Johnson with 7, Owen Rogers with 4, Jeremy Johnson with 3.
Lincoln now going right to left across all of your tablets and devices, trailing 32-28 as we get the third quarter underway, and stolen away by Brahim as he goes in for 11. A good hustle play by Ace Cody on defense. One of the players that we talked about and Brendan McGarrett mentioned at halftime as well. Great hustle play there, not giving up on the play. 7:46 to go in the third quarter. We are underway. Cumberland leading 32-28. We'll be shooting in front of their bench, as will Lincoln shooting in front of their bench in the second half. Dylan Briere with the ball over to James Johnson. Back to Jans. To Brahim. Briere with a long 3 off right. And will stay Cumberland's ball as it was tipped out of bounds. I think that went off Gianni Pagios. And it'll be Cumberland ball with a fresh 35, 7:22 to go in the third quarter. Early stages, they're asking for the shot clock to be reset from 33 to 35 because it hit the rim, which automatically resets it. Nobody gained possession, and that was the explanation to Coach Wilner. Brahim looked to take the 3, faked it. Oh, and he tried to find Owen Rogers down low, and the ball was tipped away. Right in front of us is Andre Picozzi. Kicks out to Ace Cody. Cody finds down low. Oh, I thought maybe they should have gone up with it. Did not. Kick it back out. And there goes Cody driving the lane, and then either got a foul or a travel. I think we do have a foul.
That's on Cajon. That's his 3rd.
That's his. Yeah, good point. We will see now if Cumberland. Yep. Emmett Carr couldn't even get the sentence out.
Yep. That's a little tough call there.
And you hate those calls, away from the play, picking up your 3rd foul. 5, you foul out. There is a long 3 by Ace Cody. He's got 9 in the first 3 of the quarter. 32-31 in favor of Cumberland. Cumberland with the ball. Jans looking to drive at the foul line. Now leans in for a soft 2-shot attempt. Does not go, but a foul against Lincoln. And we'll see who that's on. Number 3. Nicholas Bochuk.
I have him as 2. We're still missing a foul.
You have him as 2? Okay, I will give him 2. And team 1, I knew I missed one earlier that you did have. Jans hits his first free throw. 33-31. First basket of the half for Cumberland. Second shot, nice touch, is good. Jans now has 8, 34-31 in favor of Cumberland. 6:37 to go in the third quarter. Pagios with the ball, double team. Good pressure by Cumberland on defense. Nice pass getting it over to Cody. Cody settles things down with 22 seconds on the shot. Picozzi with the ball, gets it down low to Pagios. Pagios back to Cody. Jump stop. Up, and a nice block by Owen Rogers, but Lincoln controls the ball. 10 on the shot. Long three by Cody is good. Ace Cody for three. He's got 6 this quarter and 12 for the game. Lincoln now has tied this game 34-34. Erasing the 4-point lead. There's a long three. No shooter's touch for Jans on that one. Comes Lincoln back the other way for the lead. Yes! Andre Picozzi.
Well, we're wide open now.
37-34, Lincoln with the lead. And we had at least 6 or 7 lead changes in the first quarter. So we did not expect this game to go be a blowout at all in the second half. Give me a jump ball here. And I think Lincoln started the half, so it'll be Cumberland ball on the possession arrow. 19 on the shot clock. The shot clock does not reset on the jump ball if the same team keeps possession. If the other team gets possession, the shot clock does reset. So 19 on the shot clock. Kicks into James Johnson over to 15 Emmett Carr and gets thrown away off the fingers of Owen Rogers. And 3 players checking in for Cumberland. Number 24, Jeremy Johnson, number 10, Bryce Gomes, and number 1, Raheem Cajon. And I didn't see if anybody checked in for Lincoln or not. I don't think they did. Okay, thank you.
So Cajon back in the game with 3 fouls.
5:22. So if I'm Lincoln, maybe you go right at him to see if you can get him to pick up his 4th. Pagios back at the top of the key, 23 on the shot, so plenty of time to set up a play. And it looks like they're setting up a set play right now. Ace Cody back to Pagios, it'll give and go. Jump pass, Cody, long three, no good. Rebound, Jans. Jans carries it, goes up, soft 2, and layup is good. Jans with 4 this quarter, 10 for the game, 36 points now for Cumberland, but they still trail 37-36. Cody with the ball, looking to extend the lead to 3 or 4. Passes over to Pagios. Pagios looking to drive, kicks it down low and turned over. Stolen by Briere. Briere goes up the court. Stop, pop, shoot. 3 is no good.
In and out.
Open the lid here and say, and there's going to be a foul against Jans. Yep, white 3. Team second.
His second.
His second as well. 4:27 to go in the third quarter. 37-36. What's that?
Unofficially.
Yes, everything's unofficial. The official table is right across from us. And a nice take. And was that Cody? No, that was Pagios with the nice take. That's Cumberland's 3rd team foul. Who was that on?
Is it 24?
Yes, Jeremy Johnson, his 1st. Team 3rd. With Pagios at the line shooting 2, where he's 1 for 2 on the day, 1 for 3 now. Pagios has 11. He got 6 in the first quarter and 5 in the second. Second shot, looking to extend the lead from 1 to 2. Shot is good, nice touch. 1 for 2 on that. 38-36, 4:15 to go in the third quarter. A little bit of a full court press. Trying to get over the timeline in time. They do. Briere passes it away. I'll go loose ball. Cumberland comes back with it. Then they throw it away. They keep it. They save it. He stepped out of bounds, but he was going to pass it back to Lincoln anyway. That was just an ugly possession.
Yeah, a little sloppy there.
Yes.
They had Bryce Gomes wide open under the net. Just couldn't. No one saw him.
Nobody saw him.
Fortunately.
Under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Lincoln leading 38-36. Cody with the ball. Kicks it out to Picozzi. Picozzi with the 3. Misses. Gets his own rebound. And he travels.
Traveling by Cumberland ball.
Cumberland with 4 points this quarter. 10 for Lincoln. They have about 3 seconds to get over the timeline, which they do. You can hear the cheerleaders behind us. Raheem with the shot and the miss. Rebound, Lincoln. Picozzi comes away with the ball, kicks it over to Cody. Cody thought about taking the 3, thought better of it. Now drives, looking for a lane. Cumberland closes the lane quickly on him. It will remain Lincoln ball with 23 on the shot clock. Cumberland doing a good job getting their hands in there, being disruptive and not fouling. 3:19 to go in the third quarter. Lincoln leading 38-36, 23 on the shot clock as Ace Cody looks to inbound the ball. And kicks out on the left wing to number 11, Brian Google. He misses. Rebound, Brahim, as he brings the ball up the court. Kicks it over to Ben Jans. Back to Briere. Good defense by Lincoln. And a long three, and that's going to be a three-shot foul. That foul is going to go against Jared O'Hagan, his first, team second.
Lincoln foul, number 23, Jared O'Hagan.
Jans will be shooting a three. He's 1 for 1.
Shooting 3.
1 for 1 from the foul line today.
I got him 2 for 2. Did he shoot 2 earlier?
2 for 2. Yeah.
Okay. 3 for 3 now. 3 for 3 now.
I'm looking at. Yeah. Sorry. My hieroglyphics in my book.
Hits the first one. Second one. And Picozzi for Lincoln. Temporarily forgot it was a 3-shot foul, but it was a beautiful box out. He hits the second. Looking to go 3 for 3 from the line is Jans. And hits all 3.
He was 13 on the day with 6 rebounds.
39-38 in favor of Cumberland. I got Jans for 13. You have it for 15? I'll have to go double check.
13.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I'd rather find the correction now than spend the whole in-between quarters looking for it. Because half the time it is me, Pat, just so you know. There's a miss. Cumberland with the rebound on a shot attempt. Brahim with the ball, 2:27. Cumberland leading 39-38. Kicks it over to Briere. Briere looking to set up something with 22 on the shot clock. And the long three goes as an air ball. And Cumberland retains possession. And turned it over down low. Here goes Picozzi back the other way. Stop, pop, shoot, and good for Picozzi. He's got 5 all this quarter. 40-39. Lincoln, just under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. And he thought about taking another long three with Jans, but he kicked it out to Briere instead. Briere back to Brahim. Brahim looking for help as he picked up his dribble. There's going to be a foul, I think, on Picozzi.
So it's first, I believe.
Yeah, his first, team third.
Lincoln foul, number 5, Andrew Picozzi, team third.
Andrew Picozzi with 5 points all this quarter. Checking in number 11 for Cumberland and number 33 for Lincoln, Jacob Lazat, and James Johnson for Cumberland.
Owen Rogers checking in too for Bryce.
Oh, thank you. I missed that. Briere with the ball, gives it over to Brahim. Back to Owen Rogers. Owen Rogers looks left, finds Jans. He misses. I'm not sure if that was a pass or a shot. I think it was a shot. Oh, almost stolen by Brahim. Lincoln has numbers in the other direction. They kick it out. Wide open shot for Cody, and the three is good. Aiden Cody. He's got 9 this quarter. And 15 for the game. Cumberland takes a timeout with 1:18 to go. 43-39. You're watching and listening to high school basketball on SocketRadio.com.
Providing experienced, compassionate care when you need it. That describes North Smithfield and Lincoln Urgent Care Centers. Their mission is to make you feel safe and reassured about the nature and severity of minor illnesses like lacerations, sprains, ear and sinus infections, stomach and back discomfort, and more. Both facilities have X-ray and lab facilities on premises. North Smithfield Urgent Care, 594 Great Road, North Smithfield, 768-3400. Open Monday through Friday 9 to 8 and Saturday 9 to 5. And Lincoln Urgent Care, across from Lincoln Mall, 333-9595. Open weekdays 9 to 9, Saturday and Sunday 9 to 5.
And 30-second timeout taken. We are back 1:18 to go in the third quarter. Cumberland inbounding the ball, trailing 43-39 with 1:15 now to go. Full court press by Lincoln. Lincoln needs to show, Cumberland needs to show a little more urgency. They do. Now they have a play down low, and a good pass. Number 11 misses. Johnson misses the layup. A minute to go in the quarter. Lincoln looking to extend their lead to 6, maybe 7 on this possession. As the ball shot out to number 5, Andrew Bacozzi for 3. 8 points for Bacozzi, 46-39 in favor of Lincoln.
How do you break the press, right? Ball movement, quick.
And there's another 3 attempt for Rogers. Miss. Lincoln with the rebound. 40 seconds to go. In the lead by 7. Down to 35 seconds. And there's a travel. He did that hop skip. Brian Google, he got eyes lit up when he saw the lane open in front of him for a layup, and he took that little extra half step. 35 seconds left in the third quarter. Cumberland looking to cut into the 7-point deficit. They trail 46-39 with 28 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Shot clock's off.
And a nice block on a shot. And I don't know if we have an injury. He's slow to get up. Is Jans. And I missed what happened back the other way. I wanted to make sure Jans got up. Did you happen to?
Yep, little deflection out of bounds off Cumberland, so Lincoln retains possession. Jans is up. He's back in the play.
Okay, 15 seconds to go. Lincoln possession. Shot clock is off. 46-39. And the buzzer sounded just as the ball was being inbounded, which will upset any coach. The rule of the table is you don't sound the buzzer when the ball is in the player's hand. Yep. Checking in for Cumberland, number 12, Nathan Nichols, a junior. Checking out is Jans, who was slow to get up. Probably a wise decision with 15 seconds just to give him an extra breather. Going to need him in the fourth quarter. Lincoln may have gotten away with a travel there.
Yeah.
And with the ball is Pagios. And long 3 from the corner is good for Bacozzi. He's got 11 this quarter. And last second, no good for Cumberland, but Lincoln with a 10-point lead. When we come back, we'll have fourth quarter action for you with Lincoln leading 49-39. You're watching and listening to 1240 AM, 99.5 FM, OneSocketRadio.com. We'll be back right after this.
The last thing you need is more stress. So at Misho's Auto Body, they handle the complete claim for you. Check their website to see the 13 actual steps they take to make your experience stress-free. You'll also see a complete photo gallery showing you the detailed and technical process necessary to accommodate new car construction and metallic paints. Misho's Auto Body, 430 Privilege Street, Woonsocket, 769-1983.
Woonsocket Door Sales can handle all types of projects, from the simpler residential installations to the more complex commercial projects. They install, service, and repair. Garage doors are also an important facet of home and business security, since garages contain some of your valuable items like vehicles, tools, and small equipment. Visit their website at woonsocketdoorsales.com and see a gallery of designs and styles, as well as testimonials from their satisfied customers from many surrounding towns. Woonsocket Door Sales, 1 Biltmore Avenue, Cumberland, 767-3448. Their reputation for sales and service is ironclad, just like their doors. Woonsocket Door Sales, 767-3448.
And we're back at opening stage of the fourth quarter. You haven't missed anything. There's the first shot of the fourth quarter by Bacozzi for 2. Bacozzi had 11 in the third quarter. Now has 13 on the game with that shot. Lincoln now leads 51-39. Lincoln outscored Cumberland in that third quarter, 21-7. All 7 points from Ben Jans in the third quarter. 5 of them from the line. Cumberland drives to the hole, no good. And let's see what the call is on the floor.
A foul on 33, Jacob Lazard.
His first?
Team first.
Yeah, I think Cumberland had a hard time handling that full court pressure, and then when they did break it, they didn't make the right play.
Right now the shots just aren't going all that well for Cumberland. They missed a long 3 and missed a layup down low. There's another long 3, no good. Rebound Brahim. Doing a good job on the boards, but Cumberland needs a couple of these to drop to get back into this. 51-39 in favor of Lincoln. Lincoln trailed by 4 at the half. They now lead by 12. 6:50 to go in the fourth quarter. Ball thrown away. And Lincoln saves it. Cody to Picozzi. Picozzi for three. Is he feeling it or what?
He's, as we used to say at UMass, he's en fuego.
He's got 5 this quarter, right?
5.
And he's got 16 on the game, 16 this half. And James Johnson breaks the run. As it's 54-41. Their first 2 of the fourth quarter. But Ace Cody back the other way with a layup for Lincoln. He's got 17. 56 to
Cody.
41.
Cody, Pagios, Picozzi show right now.
Got away. Now the Lincoln fans want to travel. I think I agree. I don't think he pulled that back foot.
Nope.
Briere with the ball. Brahim goes down 15 on the shot, 11 on the shot. My apologies. Less than 10 on the shot right now. Cumberland looks just good pressure by Pagios, but I think they're going to get him for a foul. Yes.
Lincoln foul, number 2, Gianni Pagios. Team second.
Pagios is second, team second. So Cumberland will get a fresh 35, but they trail 56-41, down by 15. And I think they were just double checking some fouls at the table. And there's a long 3 attempt, no good, and just out of bounds. So it'll be Lincoln ball.
Cumberland just got to settle down. They're looking a little bit deflated right now too. So
yes. Table checking in.
Number 15, Emmett Carr checked in for Briere. And number 24, Jeremy Johnson checks in for number 11, James Johnson.
Okay, Lincoln's kind of slowing things down. Oh, the ball goes off of Jans. Jans going in for a layup, kind of a reverse spin layup. In great position is Brahim with the layup. He's got 6 on the game.
6.6 rebounds.
56-43. I think he has a reach-in foul on
number Jans.
Jans for
his third.
His third. Okay. Just a team first. All right.
Side out.
Picozzi will be inbounding the ball. Looking backcourt for Pagios. And that ball, that goes off my knee.
Out of bounds, Lincoln ball.
It's not supposed to go off me, is it?
You get the assist if they scored, though, right?
I'm hoping. I want to enter the stat sheet, too, you know. Lincoln controls, loses the handle, keeps control of the ball. Picozzi with the ball, kicks it out to Cody. Cody misses on his 3 attempt. Good offensive rebound, good fight down low. And I think there's going to be a foul on Owen Rogers.
Nope.
No, it's not on Rogers, but it's going to be Cumberland second.
Foul on number 24, Jeremy Johnson, team first.
His second, team second.
I got team second. He just said team first.
Number 11, Brian Dunkel at the line, shooting 2.
Unless they took one away and didn't tell us.
Nope.
Missing the first is Brian Google, the junior, who has 3 points. He had a 2 and a free throw.
Scoreboard has 2 fouls, too, so we're going to go by that. I'm always right.
Actually, for Cumberland, they only have him for 1.
Yeah.
With 2.
Maybe they did.
Hits the second one.
All right, maybe I'm not right.
57-43, 4:53 to go, fourth quarter. Rogers for 3, no good. And it just seems to be a lid on that basket in the second half for Cumberland.
Yeah.
57-43, 4:46 to go, fourth quarter. Cumberland maintains possession, 33 on the shot clock. Inbound to Jans. Jans with a long 3, no good. And Brahim with the rebound. Rogers thought about the 3, and looks like it'll be a foul on 33, Lazat.
His second.
His second, team third.
Briere back in.
4:33 to go in the fourth quarter. Lincoln leading 57-43. And Emmett Carr with a long-range 3 can't get it to go. Rebound Lincoln. Picozzi over to Cody. Settles things down. Gets it, Lazat, but it gets away and stolen. And Jeremy Johnson with the ball. Gets it to Brahim. Brahim brings it across the timeline. Looking to drive. Goes 1 against 2. Kicks it down low. Nice feed to Owen Rogers and a nice assist.
Owen Rogers.
And timeout on the floor with the score 57-45 with 4:05 left in the fourth quarter. Lincoln leading 57-45. We'll be back right after this on SocketRadio.com.
The latest Buick and GMC models are available at Tasca Buick GMC in Woonsocket. Buick Encore, Envision, Enclave, and Envista are on the lot waiting for you to take one for a test drive. New GMC crossovers, SUVs, as well as trucks and vans are also available. Thinking of a pre-owned vehicle? Tasca Buick GMC has more than 900 in stock, many under $15,000. Visit online, TascaBuickGMC.com, or stop into 55 Fortin Drive, Woonsocket. Tasca Buick GMC, you will be satisfied. If it's finally time for a snowblower, then you need to head to DePault Hardware in Cumberland. Husqvarna has a snowblower promotion January 9th through February 9th. Purchase a Husqvarna ST100 or ST200 snowblower and receive a $100 rebate. Or purchase a Husqvarna ST300 snowblower and receive a $200 rebate. Exclusions apply. Visit DePault Hardware, 2000 Menden Road, Sciabra Plaza, Cumberland for more information and to see the in-stock Husqvarna snowblowers. DePaultHardware.com.
WOON, Woonsocket. And welcome back. 57-45 in favor of Lincoln. 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Cumberland put a half-court man-to-man press on Lincoln. Lincoln gets past it, settles things down. Ace Cody with the ball. 20 seconds to go on the shot clock. Picozzi back to Cody. Lincoln content to use most of the shot clock right now. Over to Buchuk. Buchuk down low to Picozzi. 5 on the shot clock. Cody with the long-range 3, no good. Cumberland with the rebound. Brahim gets the ball after Owen Rogers gets the rebound. Cumberland's going to have to start playing a quicker pace game and shooting quicker if they want to get back into this as they trail by 12. 57-45 with 3:20 to go in the fourth quarter. The 5 count on Brahim. Now he makes a move. Goes up. Shot short. Owen Rogers with a rebound, but they call it jump ball before Rogers could wrestle the ball away. Ball does stay with Cumberland. 3:12 to go in the fourth quarter. 17 on the shot clock. Ben Jans checking back into the game.
Replacing James Johnson.
Winner of this game will face Tolman tomorrow night in the championship game. Loser will face Woonsocket in the consolation game. And Briere fouled on the play. That'll be Lincoln's 4th team foul.
Nick Buchuk got that one.
Thank you.
No, Picozzi.
Picozzi. That's his second.
Team's 4th.
Briere, this is his second free throw attempt. He hit one back in the first quarter. Misses this one. James Johnson checking in for Cumberland. Ben Jans checking out. Second shot attempt now for Dylan Briere, who has 7 on the game. Second shot is good. 57-46, 3:09 to go in the game. Lincoln leads by 11. They get across the timeline, double team, man-to-man press. Over to Picozzi. Good ball movement by Lincoln, keeping the ball out of Cumberland's hands. 20 on the shot clock. Under 3 in the game. Pagios, back to Cody. Picozzi, content, 8 on the shot clock. Content to run, bleed the clock here. Cody looking to take a long-range 3. No, Pagios drives, and then goes the shot clock. It travels right before the shot clock violation. Good job of ball movement, but then kind of panicked at the end. But they did waste 35 seconds. 2:32 left in the fourth quarter. Cumberland trailing 57-46. Picking up at half court is Pagios against Brahim. Cumberland 2:22, down by 11, short 3. Rebound, nice rebound by number 24, Jeremy Johnson. He does get fouled on the play for Lincoln. That's their 5th, so Cumberland will be shooting. Ace Cody just his first, but as previously mentioned, team limit at Cumberland will be shooting the rest of the way.
Like Jeremy Johnson might have got away with a little bit of a push from behind on that, but
he hits the first. Jeremy now has 4 points on the game. Cumberland back to within 10, trying to cut this down to a single-digit lead for Lincoln. And does, 57-46. Cumberland takes a timeout. We'll take a timeout. Lincoln leads 57-48 on OneSocketRadio.com.
Make plans now before the cold weather arrives to get to Inferno Audio so they can install a remote car starter in your vehicle. Inferno Audio is the best place in Rhode Island for remote car starters. Since Keith opened his doors, he has always strongly believed you should only buy something once. That's why Inferno Audio stands behind all their installations for life. Get a remote car starter today and get it professionally installed by the experts at Inferno Audio, 160 Clinton Street on the corner of Worrell Street, Woonsocket. Has been serving freshly baked pizzas, make plans grinders, now before the cold seafood, weather, salads, and more. All grinders are served oven hot, but if you want yours cold, just let them know. Every Friday at Cumberland House of Pizza, they have their seafood specials, including fish and chips, fried shrimp, fried scallops, Rhode Island calamari, and more. Cumberland House of Pizza, 2360 Mendon Road, just south of Cumberland High School. See their entire menu online at chopsri.com.
We're back. Lincoln inbounds the ball. 25 seconds to go on the shot clock. 2:06 to go in the game. Lincoln leading 57-48. Cumberland with good pressure defense. Lincoln continues to use the clock effectively. Google for three is good. He's got 4 this quarter. 60-6 for the 7 for the game. 60-48. Under 2 to go. Cumberland leading, trailing by 12. Brahim with the ball at the top of the key. Rogers fighting for something down low. Now kicks it back out to Briere. Briere drives, stop, pop, shot. No good for Briere. And I think that 3 might have been a little bit of a dagger for Lincoln, and Cumberland's back that Google just hit. A minute 17, minute 15, 60-48. Another long 3 by Cody. No good. Fights hard for the rebound, and the ball does go off Cumberland. It's going to remain Lincoln ball with a fresh 35. 70 seconds to go in the game. Lincoln takes a timeout. We'll take a timeout. We will be back with Lincoln leading 60-48 on OneSocketRadio.com.
Remember when you went into an insurance agency and they treated you with respect? At Hunter Insurance, you'll find the courtesy and politeness of those early days, but you'll also find the insurance coverage designed to protect you from the risks of today. Protect your life with a plan designed to fit your needs and budget from Hunter Insurance, the best insurance value in northern Rhode Island, 389 Old River Road in Manville. Call 769-9500. Remember when you went into...
Own your skill. Own your process. Own your taste. Own your goals. Own your pride. Own your credit union. Our customers are our owners. Our customers are our business owners. Navigant Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
Welcome back for a minute 10 to go. Lincoln ball up 12 and a fresh 35. We'll see if Cumberland resorts to doing some fouling. And Cumberland's going to have to foul a lot. They've only got 2 team fouls. Ford only has it for 1. They did not foul Pagios for 2. 62-48. Pagios now has 14. Under a minute to go. And I was blocked by the ref. Oh, there was a travel on the play. We want to thank you for joining us for the 51st Annual Boys Girls Club of Northern Rhode Island Holiday Classic here on the campus of Cumberland High School. Tolman overtime winners in Game 1. And if things stand the way they are, we'll play Lincoln for the championship game tomorrow night at 7:30. 38 seconds to go. Lincoln with the ball up 62-48. Cumberland not fouling. Cumberland just fouled. with 21 on the shot clock. Third team foul, though the board says 2, so they may have taken one back. For Brahim, that's his 4th foul. Okay, we have to go with the official on the board. So even though we have 3, the board says 2, and they're the official book. And Cumberland goes for the steal. There's 23 seconds to go in the game. The shot clock is off. And again, Cumberland not following, and it looks like the game is going to end at 62-48. We'll count down the last couple of seconds, and we'll come back and wrap things up for you from the campus of Cumberland High School. And we have a final from Cumberland High School. Lincoln 62, Cumberland 48. They advance to play Tolman. You've been listening to the 51st Holiday Classic on WOON, AM and FM, WoonSoccerRadio.com. We'll be back after these messages to wrap things up.
Gladys Furniture.
Make sure you ask about our 1-year financing option. Make sure to come down and check out Gladys Furniture's family-owned new showroom now at 598 Wood Ave, Woonsocket. Hope to see you soon.
Priding themselves on providing expert legal counsel with a personalized touch, Zamorelli Law Offices of Pawtucket has a team of dedicated attorneys committed to navigating the complexities of the legal system to ensure the best possible outcome for you. Zamorelli Law Offices is your trusted partner in legal matters, striving to deliver comprehensive solutions tailored to meet your unique needs. Zamorelli Law Offices, 40 Power Road, Pawtucket. Visit them on Facebook. The future of Northern Rhode Island's youth starts with the Boys and Girls Clubs of Northern Rhode Island. They help children and teens reach their full potential through mentorships, academic support, healthy lifestyle programming, and leadership programs. The Boys and Girls Clubs of Northern Rhode Island provide critical resources for hundreds of youths each year. You can create opportunities for the next generation. To learn more or to donate to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Northern Rhode Island, visit bgcnri.org.
Oh, awesome.
We're coming back.
Yeah, had a good night fast sometimes.
Yeah, and we're back.
A little bit faster, but the other game.
Do a little recap of Game 2, 62-48 final. Lincoln over Cumberland.
Yes. Okay. Yes, we are back wrapping things up here at Cumberland High School. Congratulations to Lincoln. They will face Tolman tomorrow night for the championship game. Yep. There's a lot of people I want to thank. First, Jim Carney for the interview, and co-director and Brian Andrade. I'd like to thank Brendan McGeer for joining us at halftime. I want to thank Dave Richards for producing, engineering, doing everything he does behind the scenes. I want to thank Joe Callahan. He was our cameraman tonight, providing all the great shots for everyone to watch the game. What a great game! Two phenomenal games. What do you see tomorrow night, Pat? What do you, Lincoln looked good, especially in the second half.
Yeah, they're going to be, they go as Cote, Pagios, and Picozzi really shot the lights out.
Right.
We have Cody going for 17, Pagios going for 14. Bujak started off hot in the first half. Didn't really do much in the second half, but he finished with 6. Picozzi 16, all in the second half.
Yes.
And then Google 7 with a big 3 at the end of the game. Really, that was put it out.
That was the dagger.
Distance, and then Jake Lazat with 2, and then over at Cumberland, Brahim Corhone with 6. He had 7 rebounds. Jance 13 and 6. Briere with 9 and 3. James Johnson had 9. Owen Rogers with 6, and I have 5 rebounds, and Jeremy Johnson with 5.
And the key to this game, Cumberland was up 32-28 at the half, a 21-7 third quarter for Lincoln, put the game away. And Ben Jans for Cumberland, he scored the 7 points. Nobody else get any scoring, whereas Lincoln had three different scorers, but for 9 for 11 in the third quarter. So Lincoln really just started, taking it to Cumberland. Cumberland, it was tough to have an answer.
Yeah, Lincoln
in third.
Started to press in the third quarter. When Cumberland did beat it, they weren't able to make the play. There were plays to be made, but they weren't making the right read.
And when they did have a good look, the ball just wasn't dropping, wasn't falling for them.
Whereas in the first half, they were hitting shots.
Yeah. So thank you all, for watching these games, for listening to us. We hope you'll join us tomorrow night at 7:30 for the championship game. About 20 minutes after the consolation game ends. For Pat Holland, I'm Kevin Callahan. Patrick, it was fun.
Pleasure.
If you liked what you heard, tune into the Cheap Seats tomorrow morning at 9. We'll be recapping these games as well on WOON, and then Pat and I will be back for the championship game tomorrow night at 7:30 here on 1240 AM, 99.5 FM, OneSocketRadio.com. Have a great night, everyone.